Good evening, everybody. It's Wednesday night. It's a little after 9, whatever. Everything that possibly tried to break before the show tonight gave it its best. So I feel good about when we started. Anyways, it's time for What's on Joe Mind. We're a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody doing? The Yankees and Red Sox must have just finished because I hear in the other room Racktime Rob is on the phone, probably with my dad, who forgot that it's Wednesday night.
What is he making? Is he making a parlay?
We got to talk about the Yankees, man. We got to do this. Anyways, Racktime Rob is ill tonight, so he is not joining us on the program, which is good because we don't want my dad always going to voicemail, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Well, it sounds like he got a touch of the Yankee fever, so we'll let him go.
It's the playoffs.
It's like the Wookiee. It's like the Wookiee flu. It comes and goes when something Star Wars exciting happens. I get it.
Right, which is never anymore. Anyways, joining me here in the top row, he is in effect the comic relief from this week's thumbnail, as we do take you down the path of 3 days in Des Moines with Joe Slepski.
Hey, everybody.
Host of the Joe on Joe podcast, Joe Slepski.
I'm so happy to be here. Thanks, Mike, for having me on.
It's been like, 4 weeks, 5 weeks? It was,
long enough. We did a post-con show, I believe. It's been long enough, just enough for me to recover.
Right.
Me to work on some fresh heart-to-heart related material.
I think any heart-to-heart related material is fresh material.
When they got together, it was mood.
I think just the amount of time that has passed says it's all fresh material. And in the bottom row, the man who will shed some light on this evening's I forgot what I was going to say. Shed some light on tonight's conversation. He is from Codename Iowa, the founder and showrunner for Assembly Required, November 14 and 15 in Des Moines, Iowa. It's Brian Sauer on the program, ladies and gentlemen. Brian Sauer, give him a round.
Thank you. It's great to be on once again. This annual jaunt.
At least we usually we sneak in a second time. We usually talk armor.
Yes, we do.
So, because we know you're a mover and a shaker, Brian Sauer. We try and get you in when you got stuff moving and shaking.
Got a few things going on. Usually like it that way.
I felt bad because immediately before the show, you and Joe were taking a walk down Chicago memory lane. Both of you old, elapsed Windy City residents.
Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah, to be all honest and everything, like I think I was about 6 years old when we moved, but family's still in the area and would go back all the time. So yeah.
I drank enough brain cells, drank enough old style, so my brain cells were 6 years old when we moved, so we're even. We were reminiscing. If anyone on the line is from Chicagoland area, we were talking about the restaurant, the fast food diner burger joint that served your food on a electric train set that ran all the way around the diner. And there's nothing more magical when you're, a kid in the 80s, before the internet, before every drones and all this stuff, to just have a train come out and stop in front of your section and just be like, here's your cheeseburger. It was the greatest place. It was magical. We would always just go, I don't know the name, but I still don't know the name of it.
I think it was the Choo Choo.
It was at the Choo Choo? Okay.
I believe it was. Yeah.
Can we go to the train place? Can we go to the train? Or she'd be like, we're going to eat. And it would just be, is it the train place? And we didn't live near there. And she's just like, no. So it was like, it could have been like an amazing experience. Like, we're going to get the greatest burgers. And is it the train place? No. Oh.
Yeah. And so this is totally rose-colored glasses. Like those burgers might have been terrible.
Oh. Absolutely. They could have been absolute garbage burgers. You're a kid, you have no palate, you have no idea, but it's delivered on a train.
Right. That look, like Look,
If
man,
a hobo drove by on a real train and it was like, "Here, kid, here's the rest of my sandwich," I'd be like, "That's the greatest sandwich I've ever had. Thank you, Mr. Hobo." And he'd be chugging along into the night, you know.
right. Look, I'm 50. I think I want my sandwich served to me on a little train.
Right?
That's nothing new
Yes.
with kid.
Yeah.
Just
Now,
overdeveloped sense of whimsy.
let's extrapolate this out. Let's do a GI Joe diner.
Oh,
And we make a little tray thing, so because the vehicles really wouldn't hold it by themselves, so we make a little tray that attaches to various vehicles, and we put the vehicles on a track and we send them around, right?
we
like
just
if you
send
get
out
a
fleet
if
of
you get, like,
maulers.
yeah, if you like
A
just
fleet
have
of
one,
maul-
if you
yeah,
right, exactly. If you just have one meal that comes on a mauler or a slugger or something like that, but like you get a hovercraft for two,
Mhm.
you send a Cobra hydrofoil for orders of 3. Like that'd be
There.
great. Are you kidding me?
Look, with all those hundreds of thousands of Mobats that are out there not doing anything.
Yeah. Oh my
Put
gosh.
them to work.
Well,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
plus they move in reverse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His tanks roll up with French. Picture like a backpack full of French fries on the back of a Hiss tank. Like the Hiss tank just like wheels by and you go, "Oh, there's my French fries. Thanks a lot, Hiss tank."
Is the tactical battle platform? Is that the salad bar, and then the flag becomes the buffet?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Carving.
You were exactly. Yeah, the flag's the carving station and or like dessert section. Like ice
Right.
cream, like the ice cream section. That's the flag. You got to go help yourself for that one. But yeah, the tactical battle platform, 100%. That's the salad bar.
There
dude,
you go.
roadblock cutting brisket. Just
Yeah. And the battle platform, like if you want, because not everyone's going to want salad bar, you want it to take up important real estate. So it actually sits above the thing, and it's a little button, and 4 dragonflies slowly lower it. Like it's all in rows, but it's like
Right.
it's the dragonflies are suspended, and then they're suspending the tactical battle platform with your salad fixins, and they come down and they're like, "What would you like in your salad?" And then they just go back up. That's your move.
we're going to spend so much on logistics. Going to be like an episode of Alf.
And worth it. I mean, it's the Yojo Diner. I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
Right.
Job blog at Toy City says, looks like trains are still delivering burgers at the Choo Choo. So
Awesome.
confirmation there.
Awesome.
Might have to take a trip back home.
Asking, is Cutter the hovercraft pilot from Iowa or Kansas? He wore the Red Sox cap. He is from Kansas.
Yep.
He was whatever the town was. I forget the name of the town, but they said it was exactly the same distance from either coast, which is why he wanted to join the Coast Guard, because he's a strange man. Jason Carest saying Cutter is from Kansas. Maverick, Crazy Legs, Wind Chill, and Hit and Run are all from Iowa. Is that next year's theme, Brian?
No. That would be quite the crew of mismatched characters there.
Did we at least get them in this year's fans' choice poll that you ran?
No, actually, I think they all show up next year in the fans polls.
All right.
So
We'll let that go then. Doug Dello asking, do you guys need to go get dinner before we start? Yeah, probably. Probably.
Only if it's delivered by a train.
Right. I had dinner. I'm not hungry at all. But if a little choo-choo train wanted to bring me a burger, I would take it. Burger would
Totally.
I'd probably order a second one just to watch a little choo-choo come out.
Not going to deny it.
Just keep ordering fries.
I am easily entertained. Just easily entertained. But so anyways, yeah, we figured we would talk assembly required. I know it's not for a month and a half, but there's got to be a good number of you folks out there that are thinking about it. Maybe you're in the Midwest somewhere. Maybe it's a day's drive. We're trying to get you out the door to assembly required. I managed to talk Joe Slepski into it this year to make it his big trip, and so we're trying to get you guys too. And so this is
so excited. And just throwing this out there for you people, good people not in the Midwest, flights are cheap. I'm flying into Chicago, granted, driving out, but flights are cheap. a super cheap flight from LA to Chicago.
Yeah, we're picking Joe up in Chicago at his mommy's house.
He is. It's coming to my mommy and daddy's house. Gonna come get me.
Oh yeah, it's just a lot easier to get to Des Moines than it is to get to say Augusta or something like that by flight.
Yeah.
Right, it's easier to get to Des Moines than a lot of places. I was actually kind of surprised by it, but yeah, it's like a regular sized airport there. It's
doubling in size. They're building a whole new terminal right now. It's going to be a big airport before too long. At least a normal sized airport.
Right, big for the size of the city anyway.
Right, exactly.
That's always one of those things that surprises me with airports. Like sometimes you go someplace and it's well known and it's a touristy kind of place, like New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Fly in and the New Orleans Louis Armstrong Airport is like 4 terminals.
Right.
Yeah, it's quaint. It's quaint.
How does that work when this many people go to New Orleans?
Because when they leave, they're drunk, so they forget that it's, like it's you don't have to. So the amenities, you don't need amenities. I love it. I'm not throwing shade at New Orleans and Louis Armstrong. I think they got great decor around it, but yeah, it is tiny. Comparatively,
they herd them onto is good enough because they're just
it's exactly, and there's a good chance half the people going there have already started drinking. Like they get off the plane, everything looks bigger. It's the walleye vision.
Yeah. And Augusta was kind of like almost like a snack ber at a regular airport. That was tiny. That was frightening. I was like, they let planes land here. I'd be afraid that the thing that they would get flattened by something. Last year when we went, Mark flew into Augusta, and it was I drove past the airport twice because there wasn't anything there that looked like it was big enough to be an airport.
Mm-hmm.
And I had also been on the road for 13 hours at that point, so maybe I was a little tired. But still. Anyways. Anna Davis says Springfield was like a mini mall. Oh yeah, I've heard stories of the Springfield airport. Springfield, Illinois is a town I've been to many, many times, and I still couldn't tell you where the airport was. That's how small that one is. No idea. But what do you say? We have blown enough of these people's good time. Or these good people's time. I don't know. I'm so tired.
Good people's time. Good people's time.
I mean,
there are times being spent here. It's not good time. It's good people's time.
Right.
And we've certainly blown it.
I'm gonna pretend
you blew it.
I'm gonna pretend this is an alcoholic beverage. And that'll straighten me out. But it is time for the news.
Beep, 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 beep.
No, not yet. Not on that one. Next news item will be your cue.
Oh, you don't get one up top? Oh, okay.
No, I got the thing for that. I'd have put together a thing that gave me doots, but everybody seems to love doing the doots, so I shelved that. Anyways, you're the duder tonight, Joe Slepski. Rob
you got it. You got it.
I'm not gonna make Brian do that. He's the guy who's actually bringing knowledge and value.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far.
Unless you want to. If you want to do
he's the guest. He's the guest. I'm the jester.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I'll leave the do part to the experts.
All right. All right. But it's a Kickstarter. That's right. We're in the final days of the 30 Kickstarter from our friend Chad LaForce and his Undead Operator toys. Still at about $8,000 with 4 to go. So this is funded. You can pledge with confidence. It's the base level has been met. we're trying to get a couple stretch goals up there. And, again, we're in the last couple of days for this. So that's the time. If you have already pledged, make sure that you go back and manage your pledge. There is an option to add a second figure to your existing pledge. I will be doing that after the show tonight because I got clobbered this week at work and didn't have a chance to look at it till now. But that's how that goes sometimes.
It does. Life sneaks up on you. That's why I jump on stuff as soon as I hear about it. I don't wait.
I guess.
It's often rash and costs me way too much money.
Yeah.
But I go, if I wait, I'm going to forget about it. Might as well lock it in.
Yeah, I forget which ones I subscribe to all the time. That's why I end up doing multiples.
Right.
Yeah. I got 2 breakers in the mail this week. I don't remember ordering one of them.
I have one. Normally, I'm pretty good about that, but I have one especially egregious time where I forgot what I ordered. I'll tell you guys about it after the show.
All right.
But
two mail order brides showed up. 2 of them. And the weird one was Russian and one was Ukrainian, and they just went at it.
Man, that was like a week. A couple days I don't remember. No, it wasn't anything like that. Not this time.
Svetlana 1 and Svetlana 2.
But you could go back a couple of weeks. We had chat on the show. We talked all about 30 and the universe that she inhabits on What's on Joe Mind 356. It is on the page. Just look on the list there, and it'll pop right up there for you. It's the one where we have the snowcat on a skateboard. I'm having a lot of fun with thumbnails the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you guys could tell. Put the snowcat on a skateboard. I got Joe Slepski as the subject of a travel log. It's all
exciting.
It's all good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we have the link for the 30 Kickstarter down in the description. So be sure to check that one out before we're done here tonight, or after we're done here, but before you log off tonight. Be sure to go check that one out. Because again, we're down to the last 4 days or so. And again, pledge with confidence. Made the baseline goal. The 30 figures coming. The comic book is coming. We got lots of other stuff out. Lots of other potential stuff out there that we got to pledge up a little bit if we want to see it. So check that out. Again, link down below. Look later on tonight. Are you ready, Joe?
So excited.
Next news item.
Do.
What was that?
It was a doo-doo. It was a zhuzh. I put a zhuzh on the doo-doo.
What's the bass there? What's it?
Well, this is my natural soothing voice. It's the voice that's put many thousands of people to sleep at night as they put sweet, sweet Joe on Joe podcast in their ears and they hear the deep rumblings. This week on Joe on Joe. Do.
That's true. I used to listen
Extreme!
to you when I used to listen to you at work, and I got
and you lost so many forklifts that way.
Right. That warehouse just rued the day I walked into their life. But announced last week, right around the time we were going to air. So thanks for that, everybody. The Hasbro Pulse will be holding an Action Brands panel that features news from G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Ghostbusters. That is going to be next week at New York Comic Con, Friday, October 10, noon Eastern time. It's going to be on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel. So be sure to tune in and check that out.
This may be a silly question. Are we getting a G.I. Joe X Ghostbusters crossover, or these are the 3 brands they're talking about?
They're just the 3 brands they're talking about.
How great would that be to get a G.I. Joe crossover with Ghostbusters?
Right. They could do Doc's Ghost.
It would be amazing. all the dudes from issue 103.
Right. Breaker's Ghost.
Yeah, do their ghost forms. Oh my, that would be awesome. and do a militarized version of Spengler and Venkman and all that stuff. That'd be And that you know what? That's who they could have fight the Dr. Mindbender and his new like Spirit Core.
Crystal Ball.
Yeah, Crystal Ball. Yeah, sorry.
Ball,
Crystal Ball. And you're bringing the Spirit Core. Yeah.
And you know, they could do like hologram see-through versions of Battle Force 2000. and then never do the regular ones.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Oh no, we can't. No. It's we can't.
The ghost of Softmaster, and Hardmaster, really, and both masters, really.
Yeah,
do a two-pack ghost pack.
I mean, if they're masters, they didn't stand a very good chance of getting out of the G.I. Joe series.
It's true.
Oh, see, Joe ARAH is disappointed there. Vaguely threatening duding, 15 yards. Repeat last Kickstarter.
I'll work harder. Listen, you got to give me somewhere to I got to somewhere to achieve. You know, if I start right at the top, then it's all downhill from there.
Oh,
there was a
Michael Gene Fleming the Mario death music.
The dog agrees,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
there was an on-card Battle Force 2000 on-card DJ at LA Comic-Con last week. I almost picked up.
You probably should have.
I know.
I imagine that's one of the expensive on-card figures you can find.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy. I think it was around 100.
Oh wow, that's way too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all the carded stuff. Go to like all carded stuff. No. 100. Like, yes, it is.
Oh man, I guess that answers who's talking.
Oh, it's a zoo around here.
Look, I mean, you guys have both done the show enough times. It's not really a program unless your animal friends pop in and say,
"Oh
hey.
yeah,
oh for sure." Yeah.
Or you can hear
Mary
the wife
Jane's
yelling in the background.
Yeah, Mary Jane's at my feet. She's waiting for her cue.
Right. You know, it's just how that has to run. Most of the time, the wives avoid us like the plague. It's like, Mike, take him away. Just keep him for that 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Probably more like 3.5 because Slepski's on.
It's good to be known for something. Tremendous staying power.
Look, Joe, as I often say when I show up on other people's shows, it's nice to be known for length.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, so we have no idea what's going on with this. It's probably just going to be a couple of reveals. I know there's been a lot of discussion. Oh, look, they don't even take G.I. Joe seriously. They're making it combine with other properties for a pet. Look, we've got 2 panels. It's New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
It's not this big blown out thing like San Diego is. They're just
totally
those kind of spaces for that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's New York Comic Con. That's you combine them. You're going to get your best audience.
Right. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
The other show they're doing is a Disney brands because Star Wars and Marvel, they don't deserve their own panels. It's nothing to do with what they deserve. Get a hold of yourselves, people. Jesus, they're still making GI Joes. I mean, we should all be thankful for that. We should all pat ourselves on the back for getting out and supporting the brand.
What an exciting time to be alive.
Right. Let's just
exciting.
Just settle it down.
There was so much GI Joe stuff at LA Comic Con last weekend. I'm not even like for real. There was so much GI Joe presence there. It was awesome. And this is Comic-Con. This is a Comic-Con. This isn't like a Joe Fest or anything like that. There were vendors that had big GI Joe sections with variant, like highlighting the variant covers. There were a lot of toy stuff representing the new stuff and the old stuff. It's a good time to be a Joe fan. Good time to be a Joe.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Back issues are red hot.
Yeah, absolutely are.
Marvel Run, just red hot. It's a seller's market. We'll put it that way. If you're collecting the vintage figures, it's a seller's market. So yeah, G.I. Joe is in demand, and people want to see it, and let's just relax and enjoy that for a while. It's not always that way, remember?
It's not going to last forever.
Look at how many mainstream board games we have for G.I. Joe right now. You know,
Right.
like there's the Risk and Axis and Allies is coming out, right? Or vice versa. Which one now is already? There's the role playing game. There's going to be 3 miniatures games that will be in the mix. You know, like trading card game. There's
always a version of Monopoly or two.
Oh yeah.
G.I. Joe Shoots and Ladders.
That'd be pretty awesome though. It's the pit, like the board is the pit, and you go from the top level to the bottom. That's pretty cool.
Oh, It could be.
That's what we need to play.
Like real snakes and ladders, like the original game was.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. Snakes and cobras and ladders. Yeah, for sure. You know who? Oh, wait a minute. You know how like they did that Arctic. They did the Arctic assault game, and like Snow Job was kind of on the cover. You know, like they featured a specific Joe because they were in the Arctic. You give me like a shoots and ladder kind of game. It's time for Toll Booth to shine. Think about it.
You're implying that Toll Booth wasn't already shining.
Well, listen. Even a bright star needs a bigger day. You know what I'm saying? Like you Toll Booth presents shoots and ladders, snakes and ladders. That'd be awesome. Just constantly bridge laying over levels.
So Diana Davis asks, Joe, said that she missed LA Comic-Con. Was it a blast?
It was fun. It was big. It was bigger. Probably one of the bigger ones. They split it up into like 4 different rooms. And it was pretty crowded. I was there Friday all day, and I was there most of the day Saturday. And a good representation for comic books. A lot of celebrity signing, if that's what you're there for. You had your cast of Scream. You had all the Marvel TV people like Daredevil and stuff. The artist alley was really robust. It was a little off. It was off to the side, but they were smart enough to put it in the same room as the autographs for all the bigger celebrities. So that I'm sure that brought a lot of people to the artist alley, which was great. And a fair amount of toys and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, we had a great show. I didn't do many panels. We just kind of walked the floor and got some good stuff. I picked myself up a Thunder. I'm saving that for the rest of the show. Sorry. All right. Spoiler alert for what we got this week.
Racktime Rob, who never misses an opportunity to correct, notes that Axis and Allies is out now. Risk is coming.
Right.
I think they just finished the Kickstarter for Risk. So sometime next year, I believe.
Yep.
Live chat is pretending they don't know who Toll Booth is. I'm not recognizing that by putting it on screen.
Stop it. For the record, I've written Tiger Force Toll Booth into my next special.
Excellent. Why would you bother having a special if one of the prominent players was not involved in his scar?
Yeah. So look for Tiger Force Toll Booth at the end of this year. Night Force Toll Booth would have been awesome too, but Tiger Force fits a little bit better to what we're rolling with.
Calling for Night Force Toll Booth, and I'm just saying, get in line. Get in line. Don't deny me my glory. I've been working for Tiger Force Toll Booth for a decade now. So anyways, Hasbro Pulse panel for G.I. Joe and other lesser brands, Friday, October 10, during New York Comic Con.
When you go there, tell them what's on Joe Moines sent you.
It can't hurt.
Tell the good people at Hasbro. Be like, yeah, I heard about this panel from What's on Joe Mind.
They'll pretend that they won't know what you're talking about, but it
right.
Can't hurt to try.
This is my motto in life, Mike. Always make them say the thing. Make them look you in the face and you can go with a straight face. I don't know what's on Joe Mind is. And you'll be like, you're lying to me. Make them lie to you, Mike. Of course they know what's on Joe Mind. Stop.
Yeah. It's 15 years. They know. I know. They've anyway, I could go on.
Hey, the show can drive next year.
With a permit, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Isn't 16's permits now or 16's driver's license?
No, next year will be 15.
Oh, next year will be 15. Got it.
It'll be 15 years in April.
Got it.
Yeah, Bart's like, what's on Joe Mind? You mean the podcast that leaked our toilet? Yes, that's correct.
Oh no. Did you guys ruin something?
Oh yeah, a couple years ago, pretty famously.
Oh, I know who you are.
They absolutely know who we are. It's you think I'm not saying that out of bitterness. I'm saying that because it's true. The entire product list of early 2022, I believe, we leaked it. Yeah, and we were dead on correct on everything. So they things have been kind of different in regards to how product gets pushed out to the masses, or how advanced information is given to the masses ever since. And I like to take credit for that. I'm gonna a little pat on the back right there. There we go.
You ruined it for everybody.
I sure as hell did.
Yeah.
Actually, we sat on that for a number of months, and I cross-checked it with 3 different sources. So yes, real journalism. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you're not just sometimes it's not just some jackass who decides to make stuff up and start a YouTube channel around it and feed off the farming of hate clicks. Sometimes
wait a minute. You mean to tell me you don't do your own research on G.I. Joe releases? You got to get out. You got to do your own research, Mike.
Yeah.
The releases are out there. You got to get out there and do your research.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
But it was legitimate, is what I'm saying. It was actual, Anyhow, 2-bit slime show. That's correct. Also correct. Hence, you can see by my fanciest of backdrops. Yes, also correct. And Rob is correct. We also blame the honcho. That probably had more to do with it. The fact that they don't want to come on a show that's associated with somebody who used to work for them, even though he hasn't been around for a while. I don't know. I can't put words in their mouths. But Joe West Coast, that's a new name. What's on Joe Mind? Keep doing your thing. We're planning.
Right on.
I can't do somebody else's thing.
Preach.
That would be gross. But Brian Sauer, real quick, what do you think we're going to see at the Hasbro Pulse G.I. Joe?
Who knows?
Wild guess.
Wild Bill.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
In what context?
We'll see a single figure release of him.
Okay.
Why not? It's been the Kickstarter's been out there the HasLab has been in circulation for over a year now. It's about time they reuse some of those figures.
Well, I know the information got out about the reusing the hiss.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they have the ability after 3 years to re-release the vehicle. I don't know if that counts for the figures too.
Well, I think the figures are sooner because then what do we have? Quarrel and Lady J, or Quarrel and Scarlet.
Yeah. So anyway, that shoots that down. So I think you got one there. Okay.
Maybe.
Slepski. Wild guess at the Hasbro Pulse panel.
Well, this week didn't we get a little hit and run, and
that's the next slide. So yeah.
Yeah, but were those leaks or were those legit?
Those were off of the GI Joe site. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess those wouldn't be surprise leaks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing. Maybe a tease for the next HasLab, like for the spring or something like that. Because don't they do 2 a year, right? They don't just do 1 a year, right?
No, not with Joe stuff.
No, it's just one.
Is it just 1 a year, Hesman? Okay, well then,
thank
forget
God.
about that.
Thank God.
I don't know, to scale Terrordrome. I don't know.
I apologize, Brian. I brought on a substandard co-host to talk about.
No. I wasn't prepared for this type of in-depth Nostradamus production. Hold on, let me say a thunder machine in every garage.
Of course, my choice.
What will they be revealing at New York Comic Con? There you go, Thunder Machine. With all the Cold Slither stuff going on this year, that actually makes sense to me. Dreadnoks are in the zeitgeist. Everyone keeps saying Thunder Machine will be a shelf item, not a HasLab thing. So if they were to announce that, yeah, that's coming, that would not be a surprise because Dreadnoks this whole year. So if they don't ride that wave, that's a little silly.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was a little surprised that the Thunder Machine was not this year's HasLab.
Yeah. Well, people keep saying every time I bring that up to some friends, they're always like, I guess I don't remember this. They were on the record saying that Thunder Machine would be shelf, not a HasLab. So yeah, why not Thunder Machine? Plus, yeah, Cold Slither's playing there. Diana, you mentioned it. Cold Slither's playing a concert there, so keep the Dreadnought love rolling. Yeah.
But I got Tiger Force Toll Booth. Count it.
I mean,
we're gonna get them one way or the other. Might as well be Tiger Force.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, once they do that duct tape mold, you start putting duct tape with every vehicle you release.
Next news item. I don't know if that's an improvement. Reaction or Super 7 rather released images. This too was happening right as we were going to air last week. So again, thanks for the timing on that one, guys. Appreciate you. We got to get this show off of Wednesdays. Anyhow, Wave 5 of the Reaction Plus line is hitting shelves sooner rather than later. It is available on the Super 7 website right now. I don't know if these have shown up in stores yet. I'll be honest, I haven't looked for them myself. But you can pick from Pythona, Arctic Destro, Arctic Snake Eyes, and Big Lob is our selections there. Again, the set for all 4 figures is $100 at super7store.com. Gotta love those price jumps. Gotta love them tariffs. Go team. But I like the selection. I got to see him in hand before I say anything about the execution. Brian, your thoughts here. What do you?
Yeah, I kind of dig them. I think it is a really good mix of things, and yeah, the Destro Pythona kind of combo is a really nice mix in that offering there. And why not Big Lob? For those who didn't get the club fig, it's a good way to get another O-ring version of them. And you got to have a Snake Eyes in there. It's right. every other wave needs a Snake Eyes.
Either you got to have a Snake Eyes or you got to have a Duke.
Yep.
Better. One of the three. But, Joe Slepski, what do you think?
Echo all of it. Love the variety. Pythona looks is giving all the Cloud City Leia vibes that I can handle. All of it. Destro looks resplendent in that coat. Like that's an awesome look. That's really good. big ups for Big Lob. I do want to see him in Classified. I think he's fantastic. And yeah, I'm a Snake Eyes front runner. Like I love Snake Eyes, so more than
I'm surprised that they haven't put Timber in there somewhere in the mix.
Well, then it would be $45.
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Like,
for just a immovable piece of plastic.
We're talking about Super 7.
Super 7. Yeah, that's true.
It would.
Timber comes out on his own card. Timber would be his own release.
Right. I can see why they don't, because it's first off, it makes the figure take up a lot more space on the card.
Right. It does blow out their packaging. Yeah.
Second, you're just opening yourself up to complaints of, well, why is this just some one dumb piece of plastic? Because that's just not where we are in 2025 anymore. Yeah, I can respect wanting to do Timber right before just doing him to do him's sake. I'm like I always am with the Super 7 Reaction Plus. If it's got to pass the in-hand test, because these are great characters. This is a great selection. I really is. But that doesn't mean that they did them well. I hope they did. My problem with Super 7 is they've been a little skinny. They've been a little flat, for lack of a better term. Almost get to the level of detail that we had in 1982, 1983, but not quite.
Well, that's where I'm coming from with the Leia, the Cloud City Leia look. Like, that's, if you remember that figure, that's a thin figure. That is a straight up and down. I'm Princess Leia with, some hard plastic doing this. And that's the vibe I'm getting from this picture. I haven't dipped into the 3-3, the O-ring stuff. I think a lot of the reasons you were saying, Mike, I can't go to that $25 threshold for these. I can't. I did a lot of their traditional Super 7 stuff, and that was, that wasn't cheap. But like when and I know it's more articulation and stuff, but I can't do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's they reaction figures were at $20, and then Reaction Plus were also at $20.
Right. I know
these took a price jump for other reasons, but which again we'll stay away from getting into that any further. But so whatever the cost of the figure is, that's not significantly different, or it's a loss that they've decided that they're okay with letting go of. It's just the sculpting has not been up to snuff by and large. I want to be in on these harder than I am, and I just can't be because they don't look right. I'm not hung up on the fact that they're not old like the old figures are. They're just not as well done, and that was the feeling I got from way back in the first wave. Like that Cobra Commander's just got some weird torso things going on proportion wise, and CoverGirl kind of worked for the one that was the simplest. She kind of works the best out of everything they've done to me. But some of these other guys, like I look at Big Lob there, and there's no muscle tone to him. He's just kind of skinny. His arms are just kind of there. They're just these tubular pieces of plastic.
That works for me though. With Big Lob. I got to be honest, because he was a tall, skinny basketball player type, in the cartoon.
Right. But
I hear what you're saying. It's not. I don't know that that's the conscious choice here.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's got to be this big ripped out guy, but he did have he had musculature.
Yeah.
And that just appears to be lacking on all of these figures so far. So it's a tough buy for me at $20-25 or more, unless you're just really making a character that's special to me individually. I've still gotta pass these still, unless again, in hand they may look great. I may change my mind, but from what I can tell from the very few pictures that have been seen so far, I'll probably wind up passing on them.
Have they done a beachhead yet?
No.
I'll see. That's what you're waiting for. I mean, that's, come on. That's what you're waiting for.
I might get one to stay on a card, but I wouldn't be like Beachhead is so far down the list on this. I would think because Beachhead on the cartoon didn't look any different than Beachhead, the figure they already made 30 odd years ago. Like there's nothing there that says Beachhead would be interesting as a reaction plus. Like if they came out and did a reaction plus Flash that looked like he looked on the Sunbow cartoon, okay, I'm in for that one because that was a different take on Flash. I almost picked up Wild Bill for the same reason. It was at least different colors in a version that I was familiar with. So I love the thought that goes into this. They're obviously doing a good job, I think, picking out the characters that they do put out. The Python Patrol repaints notwithstanding, or the Tiger Force repaints notwithstanding, it kind of throw them out because they're just easy. Why wouldn't you do those? But the actual execution of most of the figures is OARAH says almost the same price point as Classified without all the detail and articulation. What's not to love?
That's kind of my heart on the situation. Like we were literally talking about that this weekend. I'm like, it's really close to what we're paying for those giant 6-inchers.
Oh well, and then yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and then you get the Star Wars figures, the 4-inch figures, the 3 3/4-inch figures jumping up to $20 this week. Like, yeah, it's
did they spike?
Yeah, they announced a price hike for those too. So yeah, your vintage collection figures are now going to be $19.99, and your Black Series are going to be $27.99.
Yep.
Greg Augustin asks, is that a cape on Pythona or like the robe on a vintage Star Wars Obi-Wan? It is like the latter. It is like the robe on vintage Obi-Wan. Michael Gene Fleming wants Timber and Polly with the hand drive mine cart from Temple of Darkness. Pyramid of Darkness. I'd be all for that. Timber kept the hand cart going, remember? Little dog legs up on there. Doing things that a dog could not do with any sort of, And I know he's a wolf, but even big dog, not the same.
Have you ever met a real live timber wolf, like in person? No. They're amazing.
Okay.
They're so tall, and like they're these, because as a kid, like I saw them when I was a kid, and I was a tall kid anyway, but like, you have the toy and it's, it's a little dog thing. And then my dad, we were up in Wisconsin, and my dad was like, there's this, refuge across the lake. You want to go? They have timber wolves. And I was like, yeah, these things are majestic and beautiful and tall. And like, they're amazing. Timber wolves are amazing. Yeah. They'll murder you. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll murder you. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't mean to jaws them, but they're really gorgeous up front. Yeah.
I've been news and stuff. I should say that, but they're the basketball player of dogs.
Yeah, they're really cool. There's a dopey picture of me somewhere. I know I have it somewhere. It's like me, like 5th grade me, like next to a fence going, yeah. And this timber wolf's like my height though. Like
they have very long legs, very long bodies, but not very wide bodies.
Yeah.
They're kind of narrow. They don't like our domesticated dogs have bigger shoulders and bigger hips than wolves do. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what the evolutionary purpose of that is, but that's just kind of how it worked out. Nowhere Man-Child vouching for Cobra Law Royal Guard seems to have things best overall. Okay, all right. I haven't seen them at all, so People must be agreeing with you because I haven't seen them anywhere. Sorry, going through some of the I've in an attempt to get used to the space, I still haven't figured out how to use the two monitors terribly efficiently. So I've kind of been neglecting our live chat today. I apologize.
I'm not going to hold that against you. You forget about my do's flubs. I'm not going to hold that against you, Mike.
I'm afraid that whatever I say doesn't mean anything, Joe. It's the court of public opinion that will have you from the gallows, sir. Next news item. Remember, give us your thoughts on how Reaction is doing, how Super 7 is doing with Reaction Plus, in the comments down below.
I'm the Rich Little of DDD. I give you a different DDD every time.
Okay. Also making the news this week. We don't have dates on it. We're not sure what price point it's going to come out, but the G.I. Joe Classified Legacy ESU police officer will be released soon. That's the best that we got off of the G.I. Joe Facebook page. I think a real missed opportunity here with not having a donut. I mean, he got a coffee.
Do I want to know what is on the shield? Because there's some residue on that shield. I don't know that we want to know what is on that shield.
It just looks like gravelly type road goo.
Sure, just gravel road goo stays on plastic.
I don't look, man. Just saying what
I'm just saying it's human juice. It's human juice. Let's be real.
That's
it's some form of human juice. I don't know what it is.
I mean, somebody was having a good time, is all I'm saying. But
yeah,
it looks fine for what it is. I dig the raincoat kind of ghillie suit. Really, I think that's the most interesting piece of equipment here. I mean, it doesn't look like much there. It looks like a little dress in the still shot there. But when you see it on the figure and some of the other shots that are up on the Facebook page, it really looks like it fits the figure well and looks cool there. Past that, fine, great. Joe ARH helping us out there, $34.99 on Amazon, already shipped. Okay,
nice.
All right, there you go. So there you go. He's a deluxe figure then. And it's fine. It's a little. I mean, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a police representation in the Legacy collection. He just looks a little too military. It looks a little too soldiery. It doesn't work for me as well as the actual soldiers do. So that's fine. Meh.
Police officers the military is becoming police officers now. So what's the difference?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's that optimism.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm too pure for this world.
There you go. The retro police officer will be coming with more what you're looking for.
Nowhere Manchild. Fun fact: gravel road goo opened for Cold Slither in 1985.
I like it only on the East Coast states because they had warrants on them on the West Coast.
Right. Well, they had warrants for the West Coast.
They had warrants. Yeah, that is true.
They had warrants. Yeah, it's okay. What do you think, Brian?
It's fine. It's like you said, it's a little too tactical for my taste, but no, it's cool. It comes with a coffee cup. He comes with a robe and his human shield or his shield against human goo.
A human shield.
A human shield.
He's got a guy that he wraps his arm around.
Right. Got a hostage.
Oh, yes.
I don't think that's what that means. I don't think.
That too. That too.
Right.
I mean, why not?
I'm gonna start carrying around a plastic.
There's a guy robbing a bank. The bank robber grabs a hostage. The cop grabs a hostage. You do it, I'll do it.
Wasn't that a Naked Gun bit?
It feels like a Naked Gun bit. Yes, it does.
It was. I think Frank Drebin beat.
Oh, no, didn't Frank Drebin do it to himself? Wasn't that the gag that he put the gun to his own head and he's like, "I'll do it"?
No, that was Cleavon Little in Blazing Saddles.
That was Cleavon Little in Blazing Saddles. Yes.
Right time, Rob. Definitely not covered by Miranda rights.
No.
Joseph, what do you think?
I agree with your assessment that if we're trying to, well, one, this is a dumb question. What is ESU besides Empire State University? Anyone?
Offhand,
I just know ESU from like Spider-Man comics. That's how I know ESU. So I don't know what that means. But yeah, it's a little militarized for me if you're doing, if you're doing a cop. Like, but having said that, our cops are too militarized for me. So that's all I'm going to say. It's not my show. I don't need to get you canceled.
Michael Dean Fleming, their first emergency service unit. And I get
emergency. Okay, that makes sense. That checks. Yeah, and I get doing a police officer thing. It does. I mean, it's like we're reusing. They must be reusing molds and stuff that just look a little too.
Yeah.
I would want it. I want it to be a little more copy. A little more policey. But it's in general doing it. Yeah, it's good. It works.
Yeah. Anyways. I haven't been in on the legacy stuff as it is. Not that it's not done well. I'm running out of space as it is. So
yeah,
those are a tougher sell for me. Diana Davis asks, "Will they do search and rescue with the really good doggos?" That would be cool. They got a couple of really good doggos to go with. So,
man, I'll tell you, Diana, they really need to do. They need to do once we get a little further down in some more of the Joe animals. They really need to put out just an animal set. Once they've done the sculpts for the real ones, then just do kind of slightly different altered paint jobs and just do an animal set. That would be great. I would really, really like that.
Yeah, low key, G.I. Joe Classified has done some of the best animal figures that we've ever seen.
Right.
Just they've all been good.
Mm-hmm.
Good or better. Greg Augustin says they'll do the construction worker from the toll booth mold. Well, let's hope. Let's hope. We better get on that. And then they can do Tiger Force construction from. Anyway. Anyhow, so next news item.
Yo. Sorry, I was lost in thought about dog sets.
You're on standby, Brian.
Oh,
I produce
failure.
You're on standby. Hey, voting is open for the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Through October 6th.
Ooh.
Link in the description down below. While you're down there, be sure to leave a comment as far as who you're voting for and why. This year, just two categories. Your favorite figure from 1983 and favorite 2025 figure. I misunderstood that I like favorite 2025 figure is great and all. But, I mean, the best toy of 2025 is the Rattler. So you'd think you'd want to put that in your Hall of Fame. But, whatever, I mean, it's just me. Maybe it's just me. No place to vote for the Rattler in the Hall of Fame. May well wind up being the best piece in all of classified when it's all said and done. But why put it in the Hall of Fame? Brian, you're our guest. We'll start with you again. What's your favorite figure from 1983?
Major Blood.
Okay. Didn't take long at all, Joe Slepski.
No.
I'm looking at the page right now. I mean, it's hard to top Destro, but I love the look of Airborne. Airborne might have had the best look out of that crew. But then I feel like Gung Ho just brought so much to the world. You know, like brought the world together in their love for Gung Ho. I think I'd have to go Gung Ho.
I went Gung Ho as well. I feel like it's almost like last year, you know, Snake Eyes was the runaway winner, of course, right?
Sure.
It's not like Snake Eyes isn't the best figure released in 1982. He's the best character released in 1982.
Right.
Gung Ho is kind of the same thing with 1983, right? Like that is a core guy. That is he's not Duke, Snake Eyes, Cobra Commander, Baroness. He's just outside of that circle. And he shows up for the first time 1983. I think you can make the same argument for Destro. But and Gung Ho is still one of the early guys to kind of buck the trend of being in a full military, you know, like he's got the chest going, he's got the short, you know, it's military garb, but it's not rocking, you know, it's not necessarily a button up, I'm ready to go green shirts kind of soldier look, you know. You're right.
He was one of the first characters to do that. So that really speaks to me.
Yeah, he's the first weirdo for the Joes.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you think about the other 83 Joes. Tripwire looks like Doc is pretty straight military. Airborne is pretty straight military. You know, Cover Girl, Snow Job. They're more specific to their jobs, but there's nothing particularly garish about them.
Yeah. Wild Bill comes awfully close.
Right. But he's still just military. He's just got a funny hat.
Yeah, and a vest. Yeah. I agree.
Gung Ho is a full-on weirdo.
Yeah, Gung Ho is like, do you even know that you're officially on duty today, dude? Or are you just hanging out? And he's just like, yep, you know, rocking the the chest. Yeah, I mean, come on, Gung Ho is amazing, and that blooper gun, like that was awesome.
Yeah. So with apologies to Destro for being that type of character as well, but you know, Destro. I think Destro ultimately suffers from being the not quite Cobra Commander. Gung Ho doesn't have that guy in his way. So for all the weirdos that came afterwards, a toast to Gung Ho.
Yeah.
You're wrong, Brian Sauer.
That's all right. I'm used to being wrong.
Not wrong. There's no wrong in taste question. Major Blood is pretty damn cool. Just going straight figure, that might be the winner with like the weird robot arm that didn't move. He was definitely the most distinctive figure. I think he was just let down by lack of narrative over the years.
Oh, I don't know. He seemed to get his fair shake in the comic books. Quite a bit.
Yeah, like ultimately, like a lot of the earlier characters, he kind of got pushed aside. You know, it wasn't that he wasn't interesting.
Right.
They stopped. There wasn't enough room for him.
Right.
He's kind of having a bit of a renaissance now, which is cool. In the last, you know, even 10, 15 years, like IDW figured out how cool he was, and Skybound figured out how cool he is. So it was a great little arc they just wrapped up in G.I. Joe for Skybound with Major Blood. I enjoyed it.
Haven't read the last issue yet. Need to do that.
Won't say anything else.
Don't spoil it.
But quality stuff. Quality stuff. The Gunny, speaking from experience, Marines are always a little strange. Well, we'll let you have that one, Gunny.
You know, Mike, I was just looking at the Hall of Fame page. They have Wild Weasel and they have the Rattler co-pilot or gunner rather.
Right, the figures in
there.
there.
They just don't have the actual Rattler because they don't have sets. It's just the figs.
Yeah,
I feel like you're being overly critical there, Mr. Mike.
I misunderstood it when it first popped out because, well, like the vehicles that come with one figure, it's listed with that one figure.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And in my head, like if you're voting for one of the figures out of the Rattler, you're just kind of voting for the whole thing, aren't you?
Sure.
Just anyway, I don't know. Like I said,
listen, man, my Rattler, my Dragonfly, all my HasLab stuff is still boxed, unopened, because I have no space. So I don't even know what those figures look like. One day I'll be 85 years old and I'll finally have enough space and time, and I'll open it up and be like, man, that was really good. And then they'll crumble to dust because they would have been made out of polymer that only lasts 19 years.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Racktime Rob blatantly disregarding the lack of space in this apartment,
yeah,
I didn't know what any of this stuff was either because mine is similarly boxed up. But he's got his stuff out, so I know what it is. Just Jeff 45 says they're devil dogs, I tell you. Also, the best snack cake on the eastern half of the United States. Antarctica Joe, Josh Faster Action Report, is excited to return to assembly required to eat cereal and watch cartoons.
Oh, nice.
We'll get to that soon. Oh, we lost him.
I'm here. I'm still here. I just out of frame for a second.
Ryan fell off his table.
Got to let the dog out again.
Maybe your dog will start talking to Joe's dog.
Maybe we just let them we stare at each other through the screen.
Pop up on the screen.
She'll start telling my secrets. No one needs that. Mary Jane's seen everything.
That's terrifying, frankly. Terrifying.
Yeah, she's a good girl, though.
She's how old now, Joe? 16, 17?
16 and a half.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah, we got her. She just lost about like 6 pounds. She's lean. She's running around again.
All right.
Spurts of energy.
You get her on a raw food?
No, like a prescription high fiber thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Dad needs to go on it next. Is this human grade? Is this human grade dog food?
From my time working at the dog food place, most prescription food is just low carbohydrate food. So the more raw food and you can work into a diet, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
But anyways, dog advice is you can't swing a cat in the room without hitting somebody willing to give you dog advice. So I'll stop.
That's the truth. The only advice I give is love them, love them, love them. And speak proper English to them. You never know what they'll come back to you with. One day. One day.
I mean, Joe's dog actually has a little pair of reading glasses and was doing the bills.
Yeah. It's strangely enough, Mary Jane speaks Esperanto, but she does not speak English.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. They need to maybe pay attention to what Mary Jane's watching on TV after. Next news item.
You got me thinking about Mary Jane. Now my brain's all fuzzled.
Doing the taxes?
Yeah.
We caught some digital renders, as Joe Slepski talked about earlier, but we didn't listen to them then. But here they are now.
No one ever listens to me. I'm the guy in the corner. I'm Rorschach in the corner with the doom is nigh sign about everything. And I'm like, I don't know.
But released on the G.I. Joe Facebook page this week. We got to see Hit and Run. And then we got to see the figure nobody was ready for, Mole Rat Stage 2. Apparently, it makes their heads explode into more dark energon, and then they go change their jumpsuit, because I understand you'd have to do that.
Well, listen, if your head's exploding, like, that can't be the only part of your body that's exploding. Just saying.
Right. So you got to get the brighter jumpsuit. That's got a little bit more of that absorbing action, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Brian Sauer, what do you think here? What are your thoughts on these two renders here?
Oh, they're beautiful renders. I'm excited about Hit and Run. I'm a little nervous about how they're going to do the camo. If the camo is just going to be that pattern, just like on the front, and it's not going to wrap all the way around. It seems like they're kind of notorious for not wrapping the camo all the way around the leg. But yeah, the mole rat, or the mole rat, not the mole rat. The
I like it being mole rat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
The mole rat.
They give him a tiny little paper cup.
There you go. Yep. But I kind of like the new coloring of this the costume. It's kind of just bright and obnoxious. It goes well with the energon growing out of his head. Like, why not?
I think one of the folks on our Facebook page said it's interesting seeing a mole rat's head explode one step every year.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's kind of what it is. He's not having the best day there, but it's I mean, what's G.I. Joe if you don't have a little body horror?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Joe Slepski, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Hit and Run is like one of my favorite Joes post my childhood Joes. He came out like after I had stopped collecting. So when I learned who he was, years ago, I was like, this guy's awesome. Like from top to bottom, Hit and Run is an amazing toy. So seeing that they're doing him like this, he's got all the accessories he needs. I agree with you about the camera. I hope that tightens up a little bit. But in general, oh yeah, Hit and Run's always a winner for me. I really like that figure for sure. And Mole Rat, yeah, Mole Rat's cool. You always need grunts. You always need zombies.
I guess.
I mean, it's fine. It doesn't wow me. This is going to sound stupid, and this is me not paying attention. They did a Mole Rat #1.
Yes,
they did.
Okay, so I must have that, and I don't even remember having it. So that's cool.
I took a pass on it. I know Racktime Rob picked one up. I like Hit and Run too. I've seen some criticisms that his helmet looks small. I don't think he's got the full military style helmet. I think he's got kind of a lightweight job up there, which is a little bit of a difference from his original figure, which kind of had a big head back in the day. So I think it's just a little bit of a gear change there, but I like him overall. I think he's okay.
Do we know is the bag going to be like snap openable, or is it just like a one piece?
I don't know.
That'd be awesome if it was a hollow bag. You could actually open and close it. That'd be really cool too.
All right. Mole Rat was, according to Rob, a Walmart exclusive. So maybe this one will be too. We don't know. We got that Walmart collector event coming up next week.
Okay.
Dave McDonald asking the question on everybody's lips: 2 Mole Rats and still no Toxo Zombie. I mean, and still no Toxo Viper, right?
Right.
I need me my bucket-headed guy. The Mole Rats, I'm with you, Brian. I like stage 2 better than I like stage 1. I like the brighter colors. I think that this actually works better being more obnoxious. The first one was a little subdued. This guy, he jumps out at you. He jumps out like a guy who's got crystals coming out of his face.
It's got very 90s vibe to it. Very 90s.
Rob, again, stage 3 is half a Mole Rat because he gets eaten by a Decepticon.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at him now. Yeah, I remember this guy. This new one doesn't really look wildly stage 2.
That head does.
I mean, well, the head looks like the stage 1 head. So I don't know.
The one that's on him?
No, I'm sorry, the side head, the extra head is pretty much a stage 1 is a stage 1 head.
Sure.
So if you're going to give us, here's my brain. If you're going to be giving us 2 heads, why are you repeating the stage 1 head? Why don't you give us the one that's actually on his body now, and then just go to whatever the final form would be, like just a crystal skull thing or something, I don't know. Yeah, it's underwhelming seeing this. And I do remember getting this guy. That's underwhelming.
It's toys. It's too much logic.
Totally. No, totally. And again, what are we complaining about?
Yeah.
You know, we got awesome stuff. It's not a genuine complaint.
Yeah.
Stage 3 is a geode with a plastic gun.
Oh no. Stage 3 should be because it is Energon, right? Like that's what they're saying it's Energon like Transformers. Yeah, Stage 3 should be the Rock Warrior Transformers. Remember the ones that were rocks and they transformed? That should be stage. It should be Mole Rat Stage 3, and it should just be a rock that goes. Wah!
I think those were GoBots.
No, they were Transformers.
Okay. I thought GoBots Battle of the Rock Lords was like a movie and everything.
There was one, but I'm thinking of I had one.
And yeah, like GoBot had the transforming rocks, and then like I think He-Man did some rock guys, and as we all sit,
Am I thinking of He-Man? Was he a He-Man guy?
watch Joe Google.
Yeah. No, well, okay, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I had a rock toy that did something. Maybe it was He-Man.
I
Take it all back.
I had a rocks for toys.
drew little wheels on them and just scurried.
Oh my god, it totally was He-Man. I'm thinking of Stondar from He-Man. It was totally He-Man. Yeah. I take it all back. You can all have your time. I surrender my time to the court. You can all have your time back. I'm thinking of Stondar.
There we go. Oh, there he is. See, Diana had.
Yeah. He-Man, Stondar. Well, hey, listen, GoBots are part of Transformers universe, and they did have the Rock Lord. So there you go.
Had Meteorbs.
Yeah, it's Stondar. Yeah.
Sancho coming up there. Welcome to the show, Sancho. So, on the whole, positive reaction for Hit and Run. We're all scratching our head a little bit on the Mole Rat, but he'll grow on you like Dark Energon crystals.
Yep.
Joe, are you ready?
Tell me when.
Next news item.
Okay.
All right. Good that you finally got serious, Joe Slepski. Brian's losing his earbuds.
I'm losing everything. Yeah.
So good. It knocked Brian's earbuds right out of his head.
Yeah.
Blew his eardrums out.
Today from Skybound, the one-shot Cold Slither is available. They got 5 different covers for this bad boy. Written by Tim Seeley, pencils by Juan Cabal, and colors by 5th Cold Slither member Rex Locus.
Totally sounds like one.
Yeah, doesn't it? That's just,
yeah.
I don't know if he did it. I've got it, but I haven't looked at it yet.
Yep.
I don't know if he did good work at all, but I just think he got this job because his name was Rex Locus.
I think so. I think you're right.
But so that is there today. Brian, you picking this stuff up?
Oh yeah. Yep. Picked that up and flipped through it briefly before the show and haven't had a chance to read it, but it looks pretty good.
All right. Excuse me. So after months and months of getting you ready for this, I find I have nothing to say because there wasn't time to read it before the program.
I read it. It was pretty great.
Antarctica Joe says, while they brought Tim back to write G.I. Joe again, it's not that weird. He's always been a big proponent of the brand. I think there's some good name recognition there, and Tim Seeley does quality work. Why wouldn't you? That's an established comic book veteran right there. Andrew Galgan just got in late. Can we start over? No, we cannot. Got to get the question right. You can't ask, can we start start over. That's just throwing your cards out on the table there. No. The question is, did I miss something? And no, it's not going to count now. Now you got to wait. No, sorry. Nope, not happening. Not happening, Doug.
Well, Doug, first the earth cooled. Then the dinosaurs came. But they got too big and fat, so they died. Then they all turned into oil. Then the Arabs came. They bought Mercedes-Benzes. Then Charles started wearing all dyes dresses.
Is that airplane or airplane 2?
Airplane. That is airplane. That is airplane 1 verbatim. You're welcome.
I forget.
That is, you need to have that always ready when someone asks, what did I miss? Always. It was burned into my brain. I will never not answer that when someone says, what did I miss?
Oh. I guess Tim would be a rare DDP writer that is working currently, but your point of being a veteran is correct. I mean, Tim Seeley's worked for a lot of folks at this point, so he hasn't
He's
just
done a lot of stuff. Yeah,
he wasn't just a DDP guy. He moved on. He's worked for Marvel. He's worked for DC.
He's a talent.
Yeah,
he's done some good stuff. Yeah,
he's not just a Joe guy. So big props to Tim Seeley. Also this week, we got Real American Hero Compendium 2.
Ooh.
Big chunky book. You can see there a part of the Larry Hama Marvel run from back in the day, collecting G.I. Joe Real American Hero 51 through 78, G.I. Joe yearbooks 2 through 4, and special missions 1 through 15. And that is on your shelf, taking up a lot of space today as well. I think checking in at $64.99. So I got the big nice collection that Skybound did on Kickstarter. So I haven't picked these up. I haven't worried about these. But I hear a lot of folks like the binding. Like despite being a big thick book, it still opens flat. Which is good.
I love the fact that with the Kickstarter, you got the PDFs. The PDFs are fantastic. I think every book that comes out now should come with a PDF. I'm just saying.
I think within 30 seconds of going to the Codename Iowa Facebook page, we would see your promotional material and understand why you like those PDFs.
The PDFs, yes.
I think I get it. I think I understand why you're such a proponent of PDFs.
Well, plus it's just a lot easier to look up things that way than it is to pull out the book and you kind of flip through it all and go back and forth. And yeah, but no, the PDFs are great. They fit nicely on my shelf.
Sancho says, I hope we get an IDW run collection someday. I imagine we will. I don't see why they would stop. Like I know these are the glory years, so to speak, especially these first 2 compendiums. These are really what folks think of when they think of G.I. Joe in the 80s and early 90s. But
I really hope that they do compendiums for all the stuff, including the Devil's Due. Including G.I. Joe Extreme, including the Sigma 6 stuff, like just you're doing it, do everything. So after these 4, do those mid-range ones, and then you build up a little bit of distance between the IDW stuff, and then you could do another Kickstarter for the IDW stuff.
I'd love to see somebody reprint the Joe 3D stuff, the G.I. Joe 3D stuff.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't love to see issue 6.
Right.
You'd love to see most of the G.I. Joe in 3D.
Yes.
But yeah, all that ephemera like that, that'd be great to see in a compendium. And also Skybound in general, they do these. He's talking about the binding stuff. They do a really nice job with those. Going back to the Walking Dead compendiums, they're really sturdy. They know how whatever printer they're using you know, they know how to make these durable and not problematic. So
yeah, they're big and bendy and flexible, and they don't wear out. They fall apart too easily. They do a good job.
Yep.
Often overlooked aspect of putting together big collections like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Greg Augustin asks, why is Quick Kick missing his red sash? It was hot that day. He just didn't want to be weighed down. It's hot. Look at them. They're out in the desert shooting guns. They're sweaty. Michael Gene Fleming. I wasn't into comics growing up, so I didn't learn there was a G.I. Joe comic until issue 148.
Wow.
I bet it didn't get a whole lot of attention from you.
Yeah. That had to be a whiplash. Oh my gosh, the G.I. Joe it's canceled.
What? Just found this. What? It's been going for 12 years.
I was reminiscing with my friend at the when we were at the LA Con. Someone had the first digest, the comics magazine, the small digest one. They had it up. It was like slabbed and whatever. And I was telling my friend that when I first got into Joe's, it was through the digest. I had gotten them as a gift. And I don't know. I didn't know anything about comic book. Like I was probably 10 years old. And I remember going to the comic book shop and having the little digest. And I was like, I want some of these. I want more of these. Do you have any of those? He goes, yeah, we got a few, but you know, we have the real issues over there. And they were, you know, cheap, you know. And I remember looking at them defiantly going, I just want these. I'm only collecting the small ones, sir.
The Gunny checking in. Of course, Michael Gene Fleming's dad. He was such a deprived child. Hey, look, Gunny, we know that that's not the case, man. We know that you probably led that horse to water, but you can't make him drink. It's not your fault, man. Don't let him blame you, and don't you blame yourself. Greg Augustin's in that boat with you, man.
My guy, Greg. You're my guy. That's awesome. I love it.
Brian,
and that's a good lesson, though. Honestly, you never know what's going to be someone's gateway. Right. You know, when they're putting out all these different formats, and like, you know, now DC's doing the smaller format trades, and you know, trying to get them in various places. And any publisher, I always applaud any publisher trying those different avenues, because you never know how it's going to fall into the hands of someone who then will turn into, you know,
that guy,
you know, that guy behind me, you know,
pointing to the blurry screen behind you.
Mm-hmm. They're long boxes.
But we were, when we were kids, digests are not how we found G.I. Joe, but Lord knows once we finally did see them, we bought them.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anything DC and Marvel in that digest format.
Oh yeah.
It's almost an instant buy, because that was like traveling reading right there. You didn't have to take
and that was especially then, that was the days before like normalized trades, you know. You had the fireside stuff in the late 70s, early 80s, but like trade paperbacks as we knew them didn't really get going until like 1990, 1989, something like that.
Yeah, late 80s at the absolute earliest.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Brian,
I think Dark Phoenix was one of the first X-Men ones. Like that, and it wasn't even, it was a square bound too. Like it wasn't, or almost square. It wasn't like the actual comic size. It was still that fireside size.
Eventually, anyway, we'll get this question out. Brian Sauer, what was your first issue of G.I. Joe?
Number 14.
Okay, early.
Number 14. I remember. I still have that actual comic book, and my first 3 issues or 4 issues of Joe were just definitely abused and loved and read over and over again. They have no value except for a sentimental value for me.
That's all right. Those are the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the other ones.
Right.
Cheaply to Joe Slepski.
Well, I mean, I got them all. I did replace this weekend. I did replace my my if anyone listens to the show, I did which 2 of you, my Special Missions 4 was one of my first Joes, because it was when I first started reading, and I pulled it out to review for my last episode, and it was so beat up I replaced it with a good one this week. So I upgraded, but I will keep my old one though, because I am sentimental like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think Rob and I we got on board, and mind you, this is when G.I. Joe first came out. We first started seeing the commercials. We were not in, right? We were not. I remember us kind of looking at one another when we saw the name G.I. Joe and like, what the hell is that? That's a dopey superhero name. And, not fully understanding what was going on, and then he bought issue number 5. And from that point on, we were hooked. We were hooked. You know what almost happened there? From anybody who watched the show last week, I damn near clicked that pesky side button on the mouse again. The one that shut the show down last week.
Oh,
just brushed it. So anyways, that's there for you today at your local comic shop. If it's not there, by all means, ask for it if it's available. Do not threaten the shopkeep. They are not hiding it from you. They may not have a copy. They can order one for you. Just ask nicely. Joe Slepski, you ever threaten the shopkeep?
I'm gonna plead the 5th. And let's move on.
Next
newsletter. Diddy.
Real American Hero 321 comes up. It's got Snake Eyes and Dawn defending the pit. It's another silent issue. I guess I'm kind of over the silent issue thing at this point.
I'm over the silent issue, but I'm happy to see Mooneyham back on the art. I really like his Joe stuff.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
It's a different take, certainly, but he's got a real interesting take on the action that goes on in the book. So I'm if anything else, I'm excited to see how he handles this particular situation.
Yeah, it's very my take on it is it's very cinematic. It's very much this is a screen, this is a film cell of the moment, and not in a splash page kind of way, like old Image stuff of like just people jumping and growling, but of like, here's a scene of things that are happening. And I really enjoy that part of his style.
Yes, I think Moxie agrees. Oh, that dog.
He just wants to be on the show, man.
He wants attention. That's for sure. Wants me on the couch is where the dog wants me. Wants me to sit on the couch. Yeah.
He knows his public is waiting on him.
Right.
Yeah.
But so that's all I know about it so far. It's tough to get written advance copy on books that don't have words. So silent issue.
But also, I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see it. But now Snake Eyes talk. So what's the excuse this time? Laryngitis.
Oh.
It just opens with Snake Eyes and a nice cup of Earl Grey and lemon. It's just like it's okay. We have to go on this mission. Okay, just don't ask a lot of me.
Just unwrapping lozenges.
Yeah.
Putting them in his little utility belt canister. Because you don't want to get stuck unwrapping lozenges out in the brush.
No. You have to have them like in a Pez thing. They're already unwrapped. You just pop one in. Soothe that Ricola. And that's actually Alpine. Oh, Ricola. Oh yeah.
Phil Donnelly, the dog started barking because I showed up without warning. Greg Augustin notes, I don't know why, but Phil waited for Diana to leave. No, it's because Phil is just Diana in a robot suit.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him in the same room?
No. No, they've apparently been at cons together, but you never see them in the same shot.
I take that back. I have seen them together at a con, unless one was Batman substituting, playing dress up as Phil. That might have been it.
Yeah,
Bruce
Phil,
Wayne may have been doing a favor.
Phil was just Diana's butler in disguise.
Yeah, with the big gray mustache still showing.
2 inches shorter and 50 pounds lighter.
Yeah, and he's looking like Big Lob. He's looking like Big Lob on the edge of a rooftop, and everyone's like, "There's Batman."
God Almighty, Commissioner Gordon, you dumbass.
And maybe it's just that in like the 66 universe, like somehow mustaches were like camouflage because like the Joker rocked one and no one ever pointed that out. So maybe when Alfred shows up with the mustache, people just they're mustache blind.
Probably.
Yeah, that checks.
Yeah. Mustache blind. Oh God. And then finally, for the last of our Skybound news here, on the 15th in 2 weeks, that's G.I. Joe 12. I apologize for not changing the issue number there. But that is the single issue story featuring Shooter.
Shooter.
And that's the Night Force team going to get her at a stir. To make her part of the team there. So
awesome.
Gonna keep doing the Shooter McGavin thing because that's one of the great characters in cinematic history. I'm really digging Skybound's Joe. I'm really digging the Energon universe Joe. I did not think that was going to be the case. But here we are, a full year into it, and I'm hooked. I'm in.
Yep,
I'm in. You enjoying it, Brian?
I am. I think it's probably some of the best Joe we've had in a while, outside of the kind of the resurgence of the Hammerverse.
Yeah. Like I think Paul Aller's run on Joe was real good. That World on Fire arc was good. But outside of that, man, it's the best. I call it secondary canon that we've had, and it's not even close. I did not think that. I am so much a keep that chocolate out of my peanut butter guy with G.I. Joe and Transformers traditionally that I didn't think it was possible for them to put anything that was readable for more than 4 to 6 issues together. But here we are. We've actually kind of built a whole universe out of it. I have been corrected. No one says anything.
I mean, I completely agree. It's been great. It's been a really good run. Seeing this one is like a one-shot catch up on these guys. I'm a little I will say this, it's a little because we just had the 3 or 4 issue arc, 3 issue arc of the girls on their own adventure. 4, yeah, that's what I thought it was 4. So that feels a little staid to me, like it's in neutral as far as plot goes, as far as story goes. But I know we're heading into this Dreadnought War or whatever that is, so that's going to be fun. And by neutral, I don't mean that they're less important characters, just that like I like this, like what we're doing here with a one shot. That's my vibe. Give us a little break and then get back to the main story, kind of a thing. But now we're talking 5 months of one shot vibes, basically.
Right.
So yeah, but they're well done, and I really like the universe. Great. I think that's also because it just started out with a bang. It just started out with all this energy, propulsive energy of people coming together and robots and organizations being formed, and then now it's just slowed down a little bit these last 6 months or so.
Yeah, we're finally at a point where it's starting to settle in as far as the where the battle lines are drawn. And
yeah, and you remember like back in this old man get off my lawn, but like issue 12 used to be the big culmination issue, right? Remember that? Like everything would like, we're coming up to, oh my God, it's been a year. What's the big, arc? And now because of trades and this and that and the other, that's just kind of not it. And so that, I think that just changes the arc of the whole of reading a series like this or any comic series.
I mean,
that might be holdover for me too.
That is where we are though, Joe, because next month is Dreadnought War.
Start of it. Yeah. Start of it.
So this kind of is pulling it into the station. Or is Dreadnought War this run, or is Dreadnought War in the Homiverse?
No, it's in this run.
It's in this run. It's in this run. Yeah. And it's coming in. But the 12th issue was like the culmination of it. If you're saying we're starting it in 13 or 14 or whatever number it ends up being, then you're still looking at another 5 or 6 months till it culminates, I don't know. I'm not complaining. It's just there's reading rhythm that I know I have, just from reading a lot of comics, and comics are just different these days. The rhythms are different, go for good or ill. So that's all. That's all.
That's what it is. You're old.
Yeah, I mean, part of it, but also I read a lot of new comics. I read a lot of old comics, and they all read different pacing. It's also how compact the story is and how condensed and how spread out it is and all that stuff. And it all matters. It all adds up to the overall experience. So that's all. Just an observation. Think about how much I could go on all night. Think about how many adventures. Think about how many distinct adventures we had by the time we got to issue 12 in the Homiverse.
Right.
Right.
Like distinct, complete adventures. And with that many adventures, you then get to know a little bit more characters on a book like this. Like it's not a solo book like Spider-Man, but on a book like this, you get all these little different opportunities to get to know different characters and find one that you really dig. When it takes its time like this, it's a slog. And this is coming from I'm a Legion of Superheroes devotee. And I just recently reread like 10 years of the Legion from like mid 70s to early 80s in order. And it was paced so well. And it's just like Paul Levitz just knew how to juggle a huge cast like that, and so that's what's in my head. That's what's in my head and my heart right now. That's all. It's genuinely not a complaint. I'm really enjoying the Skybound stuff.
That's true though, because if talking about a huge cast, I don't think they got any huger than that era of Legion.
Yep.
Yeah, 60, 70 heroes.
Yep. Anyhow. And he would do multiple arc stories, and then all of a sudden you just get a spotlight on Cosmic Boy. And Cosmic Boy wasn't in the other issues. He was maybe a background character that would show up. Right. And he would drop in one issue that would be just on him, and you'd be like, awesome, I like Cosmic Boy again, or Sun Boy, etc. And then he would go back to this multi-roster, storyline. And Hama has done that too over the years too. They both are masters with pacing this kind of thing.
Yeah, same era, same guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same era. They started under the same people. Absolutely. Yep.
So we go to the Skybound calendar here. We already talked about the stuff on October 1st. October 8th, we'll also see Transformers 25 and the Transformers Compendium number 2. And then October 15th is all for G.I. Joe 12. So that's what's coming up from Skybound. Next news item. Hey, your one-stop shop for pre-production photos and off Wednesday news. That's the Surveillance Port. Be sure to visit Eric over at surveillance-port.com. Why pick one that's so tough to spell? We don't know. But that's what he did, so we'll help him out. Take a screenshot. Save it for later. Type it in, surveillance-port.com. Bookmark it. That way you don't have to type it again. Surveillance-port.com. Next news item. Hey, and Chunky Tank Kid, it is Mallard Tank, brought to you by the G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast. Mike, Mark, and Archwan, we're off at Joe Lana this past week. So no new episode this week, but be sure to check them out. Give them a like and a subscribe there. If you're on our channel page, we've got a link to them there. Whatever your familiarity is with the art of 3D printing, they're able to help you out. So whatever your proficiency level, they've got a show dedicated to you. Just good guys. If you enjoy the fine art of G.I. Joe bullshitting, as you see on What's on Joe Mind week after week, they do some of that too. So be sure to check them out at G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast.
I saw on eBay someone selling a 3D printed Night Force APC for classified scale. It was a lot of money, but it looked awesome. And the thing had to be huge.
That's a ton of cash, man.
Yeah.
It's a ton of space.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah. It has to be huge because it's got all the space for all the dudes in the back too. But yeah, that was kind of neat. I like this, and the more you see stuff like that, the better. That's a sign of health in the hobby,
community at
right?
large.
Yeah. So that was cool.
That's the news. And real quick before the main event, let's take a quick moment to hear from our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
All right. We can all do our necessary errands in 26 seconds. I was able to run to the other room and grab my bag of lozenges. Because, oh my God, do we need our lozenges? Oh. Talking about Snake Eyes unwrapping, it made me think.
Right.
I need some lozenge going on. But anyway,
they should have bundled some bubble gum in with Breaker. I know they gave him the gum face, which was amazing, but that would have been fun. Little
you
big
mean
pack
like
of bubble gum
to
like a pack, like a little like the size. You would have to be bigger, obviously, because you'd be too small. But like the size of those coffee cups they're making, like just do a big stack, a big thing of bubble gum he could have in his hands. That'd be funny.
Just put a different wrapper on the famous fudgy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Bazooka Joe, right? Greg, you got it. Call up our friends at Bazooka Joe. Be like, you guys could use some publicity.
Josiah Alcorn asking, now that the Dutes are done, next question is, who sings along to the Kokomo Toys theme song? The answer to that is, of course, everyone. That's for later. Next up, of course, tonight's main event. That's right. Assembly Required happening in just 6 weeks-ish from today. Well, it is about 6 weeks from today.
It's about 6 weeks. Yeah.
So
You got to keep rubbing it in, don't you?
I'm not rubbing it in, man. I'm looking forward to it.
No, I know.
I'll be there. On November 14th and 15th in Des Moines, Iowa. Beautiful downtown Des Moines, Iowa. And I say that not sarcastically, having been to Des Moines last year. What a pleasant little place. Couldn't beat it.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
So, Brian, real quick, for the folks at home that maybe aren't familiar with the show that you do, how long you been doing Assembly Required? Why'd you get this started? What the heck were you thinking, man?
What was I thinking? Yeah, that's something I always ask about every other day when I get up and realize how much work I got to do on this stuff. What was I thinking?
Something your wife at you probably at least once a week.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. This is our 14th live event. We've been kind of at this, minus the COVID year, so 15 years or so working on this. And it started off as kind of more of a meetup. Just me and a couple of the guys here locally, one Steve Kelting, and we're just thinking over coffee, just talking about it. And he said, wouldn't it be great if we just did a G.I. Joe show? And I'm like, well, that's kind of one of the things I do is an event. So yeah, that's not too far off. And so what started off as a simple 50 people meeting up at the comic book shop one day has turned into this big, massive show floor and event that happens every year in Des Moines.
Excellent. And again, I made it for the first time myself last year. Not because I was avoiding you. Just I used to work in travel.
Yeah,
you can't get away from travel in November, so bad timing on my part. But it was a great little time, and I know I know our mutual friend, the man they call Slepski, was ruminating earlier in the year. Hey, my 50th birthday is this summer. I want to do something special. I want to get out. I want to travel to a G.I. Joe show. What's the one that you want to pick? And I was like, you need to go to Iowa in November. And he looked back at me like, you're high. And I was like, no, I'm serious. This is the best show.
The last time I was in Iowa in November, I'm not joking about this. I was in Des Moines. It was November, and I broke up with a long-term girlfriend.
Oh.
Then I went home, and it was the day Paul Newman died. And I went home, and I got laid off from my job the next Monday.
Oh, my God.
So I'm hoping to break that vibe here now 20 years later, or 19 years later, something like that.
But Joe, it's all for the best, because you're not with this terrible person anymore.
Oh no, it was me. It was all me.
You're with the lovely.
Oh, no, I'm with the lovely Toilet Teal. Yeah. Oh yeah, but no, that was the last time I was in Des Moines. I have had fun in Des Moines. I tore it up at a karaoke bar in Des Moines. That was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, Des Moines is a great city. I'm looking forward to returning.
Greg Augustin confused. I thought Des Moines was for lovers.
Oh no, you're not confused.
You're serious. But
the nature
Des Moines is for lovers, but be careful, because if you love too much, they won't let you take care of it in a month or so.
Right. Des Moines, just by nature, Des Moines is for lovers.
There's enough billboards to remind you, if you get in trouble, leave the state.
Right. Des Moines is also for stern lovers. That's just by the nature of the beast.
I've never seen more anti-abortion. It was nuts. Anyway, that was 18 years ago. That's my Des Moines story. I look forward to being back and being welcomed with open arms.
About to say, you need to take a trip down to southern Indiana with me then.
Oh, I'm sure.
But anyhow, like I'm as a male, that's impossible for me to be doing. And you see enough of these billboards and you stop and think, I really need to get checked out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I might smuggle some. I might import some Plan B and pay for the whole trip.
Oh my God, we're veering off. We're off topic. Anyhow,
seriously though, amazing karaoke bar, crushed it.
You think that's why she broke up with you, Joe? You didn't?
No.
Like, oh,
I was a jerk.
I gotta dump Michael Hutchins here and move on.
Oh no, Neil Diamond. If you're lucky, you'll see it one day. Tremendous Neil Diamond.
All right.
Yeah, a tremendous Neil Diamond.
So Brian, we're getting to town. We're getting to town on Thursday, and there is nothing going on officially on Thursday, correct?
Correct. Nothing officially, but we do get together at we'll be getting together at the brew pub again this year. Big Grove, not that far away from the hotel. A hotel shuttle can take you there. And we'll just kind of have a casual Thursday, kind of drink, eat, kind of hang out a little bit, but nothing official.
So take us through then on November 14, the official start of Assembly Required 2025.
I would say probably about 9:00 is when it's going to kick off, and that'll be the customs class with Kobe Brown from AVAX Lab. He'll be teaching you, be showing you him and maybe a couple other people will be helping out with customizing a 6-inch action figure, making a tactical wetsuit. So with parts 3D designed by Mark Gerwick of Mark II Designs, and casted by Kobe, and designed, I guess. Some of it was designed by me, so, and some parts printed by Travis. So a little bit of everybody got involved in this. So the class goes from, let me try to remember off the top of my head, 6 or from 9 to about 2.
Yeah.
And then we finish all our setup and everything. So load in starts at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. But that doesn't matter to anybody other than the vendors that are there. Show floor kicks off at 4 o'clock, a preview night. Everybody will be there. Larry Hama will be there. Ron Rudat will be there. Ron Wagner will be there. Phil Hester will be there. So, we got a few guests coming for that, and we could do a 3-hour preview night. So Friday is our payday, our pay to play day. So everything that goes on Friday is a paid event. So $15 to get in the door on Friday at 4 o'clock. Then we transfer over to the dinner, the big group dinner that goes on at 8 o'clock. Buzzard Billy's. That is limited to like 100 people, but we just kind of have food, a buffet, and or brunch at 8 a.m. at 8 p.m. But we have a dinner, and we hang out. There's a little, we like to make stuff and give stuff away, so there'll be some of that going on. And then this year we're cutting it a little bit short. We're cutting it off at 9:30 because we're going to do G.I. Joe trivia starting at 9:30 to 11. So that's free for anybody. That doesn't matter if you came to the dinner or did not come to the dinner. That's open to everybody. So as many people as we could fit into the room. But that kind of sums up our Friday.
And so
there's gonna be some old dude like Quint from Jaws sitting in the back of the room who wasn't a part of the dinner. Right. He's just some native Des Moines who's just the biggest Joe fan in the world, and he's gonna be like, the answer to that is Tyrone. Tyrone was the other guy that got locked in the freighter. And we're all going, what? How do you know that?
And so if people are interested in the dinner,
yes,
they can purchase tickets
in advance on codenameiowa.com.
All right.
Yes. And you can buy your tickets in advance for the show floor. You can buy your custom contest there, basically. And we've done things, we put it all into neat little packages. So there's a package that will cover all day Friday, all events on Friday. There are packages that will cover the gear kits with the exclusives that we do. We try to package it as best as we can, as efficiently as we can for everybody.
Yeah, and good. You guys do a really good job with that as well. But do want to say that seating is limited for both the custom class and for the dinner.
Right.
So if you are thinking about going, or if you are going and you haven't purchased those tickets yet, make sure you're doing that sooner rather than later, because those events will sell out.
Yeah. Dinner, I think we're down to the last 20 seats or so, and I think customs class is maybe half full at this point. So
yeah, that'll really start picking up over the next couple of weeks here.
Oh yeah,
like last year with a floor that was smaller. I remember those events were they were gone 3 weeks in advance of the show. So don't wait on that if you haven't purchased those tickets already. And that leads us into Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's the big day. Saturday is the day. We start at 9 a.m. with cartoons and cereal. So we pull 3 classic G.I. Joe cartoons, project them in the panel room, and lay out a spread of variety of cereals and breakfast foods, and that is free and open to the public. Come on down and just grab a bowl of cereal, watch some cartoons, hang out until the doors open at 10 o'clock.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was something that we talked about doing for a long time, and we just the facility we're running now just affords us that ability to do that. And yeah, it's really slick. It's a lot of fun, and it's amazing just to see people come down and like sit there and, you know, like, what episode are we going to see? And you have no idea. I pick 3 episodes, and yeah, we just go.
Oh, I can't wait. That's amazing.
It's the perfect cure for the Slepski hangover.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you're going to have a Slepski hangover by the time the weekend's done. And I don't know what the cure for that is. I'm sorry, but that's what you're going to have, sir.
The cure for that is I'm going to leave it in Chicago, is what I'm going to say.
The only cure for that is more Slepski.
Anyhow.
You're gonna know where my parents are. You're gonna drop me off at O'Hare and just drive back to my mom's house and be like, "Can we talk?"
You're right. We can have some words. The job you did there, I don't know. I don't know.
Have you made it? Have you seen how your son has turned out?
He'll probably be on my side too.
I know he's 50. It may be too late, but there's still time.
We dropped him on that poor woman on the coast, but it was her or us. Now, Saturday is the Saturday's events, regardless if you're showing up for breakfast or just the sales floor or whatever. The show is open until 4 p.m.
5:30. I think 5:30 this year. We don't have a concert immediately afterwards, so yeah, I think we're stretching it out to 5:30 this year.
Nice.
So yeah, but no, we got a nice, like I said, we opened up more showroom space this year. We got more vendors coming. Skeletron sponsoring Saturday, keeping it free for everybody coming through, and yeah. So it's anybody, if you're just curious and you live in the area within the drive, it's worth it. But yeah, we'll do 3 panels. Don't know exactly what those are yet, but we're working that out right now. D-Class always does a panel. The Joe Declassified guys always come up with something good to show off and some background insight into things. And then we're looking at doing, I don't know what we're doing for that first panel. And I think the third panel is going to be a creators panel, the Indie Toy Creators panel. So get some insight into some of these Kickstarters and these guys who are starting off their own toy companies.
And who do we have confirmed for the Indie Toys panel there?
So far, Ben Conway.
Right.
Ben Conway. Yeah, he's the only one I talked to today about that specifically today. So I haven't been doing I haven't quite hit up everybody. I can give you some names that I'd like to have on there, but I don't want to force anybody into a commitment they're not interested in doing. So yeah. So
those tentative plans we had for the Slepski verse,
we
may need to roll them into them forward.
Yes.
Yeah. So we should have, like Ben from Skeletron with Roboskull, and Troy from Longbow, and I think I can safely say Chris Scott from World War Hell will be there. So and we'll see who else we can pick up along the way to join us in this kind of panelist-esque discussion of toy creation.
There you go.
So and then we do raffles throughout the day, so you can buy raffle tickets, win toys, win fun things. We do a grand prize just for showing up. We give you a ticket for the grand prize drawing, which this year is a custom Assault on Cobra Island action figure set. Won't reveal much more than that, but just tell you that it's going to have it's going to feel very, very, very retail-y and very vintagey.
Awesome.
So
now, might that involve some of the folks that you were running your fan polling on
Yes, it does.
And perhaps some of the locations. We'll talk about this stuff in a minute here, but remember that fan chosen squad includes Beachhead, Mainframe, Wetsuit, Roadblock, Snake Eyes, and Recondo. And then the enemies that they will be fighting in this thematic event, we'll call it. Scrap Iron, Firefly, Dr. Mindbender, Baroness, and then you got Troopers, Televipers, and Vipers. So intriguing.
Where's Tyrone?
He's stuck in the freighter.
He's the Viper.
Hashtag justice for Tyrone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So this year, we're kind of taking on the Live Your Adventure kind of thematic to it, and we did the fan voting and everything like that. And so we've got this grand plan of setting up stations where you get to go around and do little challenges, collect clues, tokens, things, and hit up all these 6 stations we've created, and collect and gather the clues, come back to the registration table and show them that you did your tasks, and we're giving you a little prize package. So one of the things that we've done is we've always done this for the kids, where they come in and we give them a handout. Looks like an old school Joe handout out of the box, and they got a mission to complete. They've got little puzzles to do and stuff like that. And when they come back, they show us that, and we give them a package that usually contains some action figures, some comic books, some other little tchotchke stickers and stuff like that for doing this. And so we decided to do the adult-ish version of this and kind of give all the adults a chance to play this game, since we keep it for all the kids under 13 to do the activity.
I was about to say, you got to be careful with adult activity.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it's all about, Mike. Zip it.
Somebody opens up their envelope. It's like steal 4 wallets. What?
Yeah.
Give us cash. Keep the rest for yourself. All right. Well, okay. Gotta have it the other way around, but all right. Anyway. So these are the theme. These are what you're going to dress those stations up as.
Right.
Are these going to be like other parts of the convention center, or are they going to be in the hotel, or what's the?
They are going to be on the show floor.
Okay.
And they will be integrated into a couple of the booth and display areas. So they'll be throughout, and they'll definitely be distinct and stand out. I know that like Mindbender's Lab, that's something that we're working with the Finest on doing. Okay. And they actually have a Mindbender's Lab that they've taken to shows before, like a 15 by 15 foot display that they're bringing for that, which is going to be pretty stellar.
Is it just an orthodontist office?
No. It should be.
They got an old dentist chair.
Yes.
If you should need a couple of bald guys, I have.
Yeah. You may not want to see it, but I'm willing to go nipples.
Ooh.
I mean, that is the assignment. So you can't be mad at you for that time. Just at the dinner on Friday, then we can be mad.
No.
Right.
But if you're playing Dr. Mindbender at the show on Saturday, we can't be mad at that one. That's what needs to be done. Oh dear God, what have we done? What have we wrought?
Oh yeah.
I feel responsible for this, Brian, but without any sort of guilt. Is that wrong?
Nope.
No.
Right.
No.
Okay. And so
well, also actually, Brian, you guys do those, don't you guys do those really cool like file cards?
Yep.
Like a lot of like each year you put out a set of tchotchkes and accoutrement stuff that people can collect. You still have them on your site, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because I've purchased some of the retro ones from you.
Oh, nice.
And they're awesome. They're great. They're really, really great.
Thank you. Yeah, we got the set for this year. We got the 6 Joes, 6 Cobras, and it all kind of, each one of the cards. I was just actually working on them today. They tell a little bit of this story about the this assault, this recon assault going on Cobra Island, and all these clues and things that are being picked up and stuff like that. And we're trying to work towards, let's just say, our own little bit of narrative to the show.
Very
And
cool.
both for promotion reasons, but also just for engagement and having some fun with it and seeing if we can do something like this. Because instead of just doing another show floor type thing, we want to try to bring something else to it, and that's like where we're trying this story driven game kind of thing going on. Because you can only buy so many GI Joes apparently. I don't know what that limit is, but
I don't know, that seems silly.
But somebody tells me there's a limit somewhere.
And if you're making the trip to go to this, like how I roll this, it's like you have to go in and get the full package, because it's the experience you're doing, and bake that into your travel costs of like getting all the memorabilia and stuff like that. Like I don't always get it when it's local shows because it's a little more like, oh, it's in my backyard,
right?
But if I'm going somewhere specifically for that show, that those specials and the stuff, the full packages are selling, that's kind of part of it. It's the stuff you bring home, and it keeps the memory alive of that whole trip, that whole experience.
Exactly.
I like that. So I like that you guys offer that.
Yeah. And we love, I mean, that's the thing is we it's not just putting on a show. It's about the whole experience of what we had fun with with GI Joe as kids, and we want to recreate some of that delight. And and also we really like to gear this towards bringing in a younger generation as well. So it's not so much just the old farts hanging around talking about how it used to be. But like also like trying to actually get the kids engaged, getting kids excited about this, getting even some of the 20 somethings who may have gone through the Venom versus Vala era or something like that. Maybe they're 30 somethings now, but but like getting that next generation involved and getting people just to love the brand again.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great.
The Gunny checking in to let us know that complete ticket packages bought.
Smart.
Nice.
Gunny's bringing snacks too, man. Don't sleep on that. He's bringing snacks. That man was a baker in the Marines. They don't even have bakers in the Marines anymore, but he was one. He gave us the cake last year at Joe Fest. It was incredible. I stand by this man and his baking.
Do they still have bakers? Do they still have bakers in the Navy, a la Under Siege?
Maybe.
I gotta hope they do.
I would hope. I was disappointed when he said that they phased him out in the Marines. But, Josh telling us that After Action Report will also have a table with their newest book, Command Files 2, by Greg Augustin, available.
Sweet.
Greg Augustin is not available, unfortunately. There's only one of him. You can't take him home.
Greg,
I know you're
in the chat. I know you're in the chat, Greg. I saw the promo, the editor proof piece or whatever that Josh had with him. That book looks great. It really looks great. Super tight. I'm glad you got Thunder in.
Doug Yellow says the community feeling of this show is like no other, which is why he won't be at next year's show or this year's show. But that is the truth, Brian. I think you guys have done something. I think you guys have built a community feeling better than any of the other Joe shows. Any of the ones that I've been to, I know it was what back in the day when I was running CoilCon, that was what we were trying to do. And so
CoilCon was at a plumbing convention.
Yes. Combined plumbing and GI Joe show. Yes. It doesn't sound like there'd be a lot of crossover, but it did better than you'd think. So yeah, infrastructure. Like I feel what you were going for with this, and I think you've just done an awesome job of doing it. So I know we say this year after year after year, but it can't be said enough. If you if you're listening to this and you haven't been to AR and you're not interested in going to AR, what is wrong with you?
Some dude's like, I just got laid off. I can't afford the trip, but apparently I'm the bad guy.
Look, I get it. You can't. I'm not saying that you have to. I understand that sometimes situations emerge that you should, but like if to just not be in on this show at all is craziness. And there too, everything's available at the website Codename Iowa. You can pre-order T-shirts even if you don't go to the show. Chances are there is a T-shirt design that you'll find pretty fun. Grab one of those, man. They make them for all kinds of fat guy sizes. They run a toy show. They know what it is.
Right.
So, so regardless of your status, if you're thinking about going, you need to go. If you can't go, well, you can still lend your support in other ways with all this great merchandise that they make available for everybody wherever you are. And so we cannot sing the praises enough for Assembly Required for all the work you guys do over at Codename Iowa.
Thank you. Well, it's a love for us. Like, we just love putting this on and hosting people and having everybody show up in our backyard. So it's we don't one less show we have to travel to.
Right.
I think although I think traveling to a show is a lot easier than putting one on. But yeah.
Having been on both sides of that fence, that is absolutely true. Yes.
Yeah.
Joe Slepski.
Yeah.
As a first-time attendee.
Shy first-timers, we used to like to call in the biz.
What type of what questions do you have that have not been answered tonight?
Parking. Well, there's street parking. There's a couple parking ramps. There's plenty of parking around Des Moines.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, plenty of
good
parking.
Answers.
Plenty of parking. Unfortunately, they charge on Saturdays for street parking. That's something that Des Moines used to not do, was not charge for parking on the weekends, but now they've started charging for the weekends now for the last, maybe 5 years or so. So,
but how much can it be? And your admission is free, right? Sponsored by Crystal Skull? No,
Skeletron.
Yes.
Yeah, RoboSkull. Yes.
RoboSkull. That's it. Yes.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Skeletron makes the RoboSkull.
Yes. Right. Food vendors on site. What's the food situation?
There's food around. There's definitely a couple restaurants outside of the venue.
Okay.
I'm working right now to see what's going to be available in the arena as far as what's open for food vending. Once we figure that out, I'll let you know. But yeah, there's plenty of food around there in Des Moines. Des Moines, like take a 5-minute walk downtown, and you're fine. No worries about anything. And there's a whole bunch of restaurants down there and places to grab food. There's a Domino's around the corner if you just want to grab a piece of pizza. There's barbecue. There's Cajun. There's
next question.
Yes.
Next question.
Yes.
If I lose my mind and buy something that's way too big, is there shipping nearby that I can ship stuff home?
We've been known to help a person out or two with some shipping needs, so we'll step in there and help out.
Great. Do you know how many vendors are going to be there? Like collectible toy vendors? Roughly.
Are we talking about more than 30? Roughly. I know that.
That's awesome.
So yeah. Oh, and big news today was that Marauder Gunrunners are coming this year for the first time.
All right.
Like real ones, like real, are we not safe?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
They're either 4-inch scale or 6-inch scale, so you're good. You're good.
Oh, I can handle that.
Knowing the Marauder guys as well as I do, we might not be safe, but that's
what is that? I'm actually not familiar with that. Who are they? What is that?
They provide they're basically like a third party that provides accessories for your figures, for your action figures. So guns, sweet. And they make their own line of action figures now, and all sorts of pieces for customizing and building your own team out and everything. So,
dude, that's great.
Very excited to have them involved. They've actually, I shouldn't say involved because they've been involved. They've helped us out in the past with other things, but to have them actually come and vend is pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, those are the keys. Like, parking, food. Those are the things you need to know at cons.
So
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm going to go for you vendors out there. I'm a sucker for a late era carded Joe. You'll see me coming. Don't drop the price because I'm a moron. You give me a battle core, I'll buy it.
If I may ask a question about your question, Joe Slepski.
Yeah.
What are you concerned about parking for?
I don't like to walk. I like to be dropped off at the front door, and then I want to know how long I'm going to have to wait for you to catch up.
I mean, dude, there's a parking garage.
I don't know.
Hotel.
I've never been. I don't know. I'm asking for the people, Mike. I care about the people. There are going to be people coming in from all over in their four-wheeled vehicular transport of choice, and they're going to need to know where to park. I'm a person who gives back to the community and thinks about community first.
I'm just saying, man, for somebody who's having their happy butt carted all over the place, you are way too concerned about parking.
I like to think that I bring a little something to the table, mister.
Oh, well, I mean, you will be Dr. Mindbender, so.
I am, and I am going to be bringing lines of dialogue for you to record for General Hawk from the next production.
All right, wait, okay.
Teaser, spoiler alert.
All right,
it's not the one you know about, but it's going to be fun.
So there we've got our GI Joe squad. So be sure to check out again codenameiowa.com. Get some of the neat promotional art and things they've got available. If these are your boys, well, they're going to be able to help you out. And then, of course, the Cobras as well. Oop. Guests include, as you said, Larry Hama, Phil Hester, Ron Rudat, Ron Wagner, and, most notable, the What's on Joe Mind, Joe podcast.
the super move. I've got to say, I mean, those four are absolute all bangers. I'm really excited to meet Ron Wagner.
Oh, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up with Ron.
Why?
No, I'm joking.
Is he watching? And is he the worst?
No, I wish he was watching. Actually.
I've been a fan of his. I've been to a million cons. I've been to a million cons. I've never met him. I think his work is dynamite. His G.I. Joe stuff is dynamite. His Daredevil stuff was great. Like I think his stuff's awesome. Yeah.
Oh God, tell me about it. I like this. So he lives down the street. He lives. Yeah, he's a Des Moines guy. He lives.
Oh, that's cool.
Lives blocks away from the event, and yeah, he was one of my big inspirations growing up too. Yeah. And then at a party and like, hey, you should meet this guy. He draws comic books, and I'm like, okay, yeah, who is this guy? It's Ron Wagner, and I'm like, no, it's not Ron Wagner.
There's a car out in the back of your head.
Oh yeah, exactly it. And like as I got to know him over the years and stuff like that, and he's like, let's go grab a drink, let's go do this, and I'm like,
let's get you a show.
Awesome.
Yeah. So no, he's great. He's a lot of fun. He'll sit there and he'll be self-deprecating, wanting to know why does anybody care about his old drawings and and all this stuff. But yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's a really great guy.
Well, I normally do not. I'm not a big autograph hound. I like to meet people. I like that. I'm not a big autograph guy, but that's a murderer's row of people. So I'm definitely going to import some of my books to get signed.
Oh yeah, no, I like it's great about the show. So like I've been to shows where Larry has been just swamped with people, like just rows and rows of people just out the door. And actually it was in Cedar Rapids, so hour and a half away from here was the last time I saw him like in a situation like that. And to come to our show where it's just a little more of a calmer pace, and we still get people, still has a line, but it's just not 100 people deep with just a bunch of people trying to get autographs. These are real fans trying to talk to them, and you get a chance to interact with people. And spend the day hanging out and really
That's great.
Getting to know all these people who you've seen online or talked about in the chat rooms back in the day. And
a few questions from the crowd. Greg Johnson asked us, Joe Slepski charge for autographs, and not if he has a conscience.
I mean, it depends on what you want me to sign. If you want me to sign a Deadpool, first appearance Deadpool, then yes, I charge, just like Rob Liefeld. I charge extra for that.
The gunny, Dennis Fleming, are my quad Nerf machine guns allowed?
They are cleared. You can bring those along, yes.
All right, they're mounted on his scooter, so
yes,
you'll see him coming. The gunny does not glide into shows unannounced. Dave McDonald asked, will you have this voice of Snake Eyes from the cartoon? Yes, I will be in attendance.
Every year, all the time.
Right. I'm right there, man. I've already said I'm at the Super Booth.
And you probably know about as much ASL as they ever actually used on the show for a guy that can't talk.
Right.
You know?
Phil Donnelly, over under on the Super Booth Cold War, where an innocuous gesture is misinterpreted as a microaggression, snowballing into passive-aggressive division within the entire convention. I would say that's low. That's low.
Man, I've done so much therapy and been to so many meetings.
Yeah,
I'm the chillest dude. I'm there to have a good time.
Nobody has ever made fun of me worse than I've made fun of myself.
Oh,
so whatever. It just doesn't work out. That's not a thing. My friend Jamie will be there as our show tech, so he'll keep the peace. That's most of my Joe friends have met Jamie at one point or another. He was actually the third host back when we did the fantasy football show. If you want to go way back into the archives, What's on Joe Mind Fantasy Football was me and Gary and Jamie Johnson, and this is that guy.
What if this super booth transforms into the traveling Wilburys of podcasts?
I thought we already were.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought that's what we had going on.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's the super booth. That's why. We're the traveling Wilburys. We're the super group of podcasters.
The damn Yankees. Yeah.
Right. It's the super booth.
Yeah, I get it. Ringo and his all-star band.
Right. It's the super booth, damn it. I'll hear no arguments.
I'm here for it.
Will the quality of conversation be super? I can't say that.
Listen,
maybe not. I don't know.
That's why I was laughing when I try not to do it myself. When someone's like, "Oh, I got a funny story to tell you." Yeah, you be the judge whether it's funny or not. I've got a story to tell you. I'll let you decide if it's funny or not.
Oh, Brian, is there anything that we're missing? Have I forgotten to ask you about the one thing that's going to get somebody's butt through the door?
There was something a minute ago that I thought of that I'm now escaping. Oh, the games, not the game with the Live Your Adventure game, but the dealt hand with the role-playing games. We set up tables and we have somebody there running little games of the RPGs and stuff like that. So
awesome.
Yeah, there'll be 3 tables dedicated to card games. So
there you go.
Get your chance to play.
I was seated right by those guys last year, and I still forgot to ask you about it.
That's awesome.
It tells you where we're
Speaking of that, I don't know if they're still running it, but Renegade was running a sale on the miniatures for those for the RPG stuff. Yeah, it was all three boxes, the 2 standees and then the one with like 388 just paper ones for like $60 for all 3. So that was a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
I think they're running them till they run out, man.
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, and we got the customs contest too. We used to do a customs contest. So all those guys out there, all the boys and girls, men and women who like to customize and make things and 3D print stuff. We do a pretty nice little competition of showing us stuff. So there's a action figure category, and then there is a vehicle diorama category, and then there's a kids category as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Excellent. Can't beat it, man. Can't beat it. Like I said, it's the best show to just hang out and be amongst Joe fans, Joe fanning. There's none of that. Sometimes you can get a little swept up in the bigger shows as far as like you have the huge dealer floors and you have to get your grail item, and there's this pressure you put on yourselves to shop well. I mean, we've got that. There's a good dealer room in Assembly Required. I don't want to make it sound like it's not impressive, and it's not especially for the fall when most of these guys have closed up for the year. You guys still put together a good dealer show, but it's just so laid back, and everybody's just happy to talk to you and happy to BS and just kind of, for lack of a better term, roll around in the love of this property that's kept us going for 40 years.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of that pressure is just removed from things. You even get to just kind of browse and just kind of be there and be in the scene and and just enjoy things without it being such a contest all the time.
Right. Exactly it.
Dave McDonald said it should be easy for him to beat the kids category. These kids are good, man. I don't know. Firefly asks, how do you sign up for the RPGs?
You don't. You can just go up to the table and play on Saturday.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty informal. Just be there when they start. So what I can tell you. Man, my hair's all over the place. Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
Right, exactly. Damn it, now I've lost my place. We are running way long. So before we go any further, let me we'll give some time for shout outs for the boys. But first I want to give a quick shout out. It's shout out and a what we got in. Jeff Pagase. I don't know how to I apologize for pronouncing that wrong, as I undoubtedly did. Last week on the show, or 2 weeks ago on the show, replied to my canceled Crystal Ball and sent Crystal Ball on over here. Now here's the kicker.
Dope.
Here's the kicker. I tried to pay Jeff for this, and his PayPal was not working. And so he sent this without any money from me. So, I mean, first off, on one hand, he's right. Where am I going to hide? Right. So I'm on the YouTubes every week. Like I can't see people on things. So I'm a pretty safe bet to do that with. But I just want to show Jeff that I got a note here. Thanks again, Jeff. Like I am taking the money that I promised. I am putting it in that note. And I'm putting that note in the self-addressed stamped envelope that Jeff sent along with Crystal Ball. So we're keeping it all right on the level here on what's on Joe Mind. Gotta be
like
careful.
Early eBay, man.
Right.
Remember that? Early eBay sending checks in the mail.
Right there. I don't have checks, so I'm wrapping the cash up in paper, and that's we're putting that. I don't want to get his address on screen there, but there it is. Boom. Jeff self-addressed stamped out. Thanks again, Jeff. We really appreciate the help there.
I still keep a checkbook just so when I send gifts to my nieces, it makes them work for it.
That is signed and sealed. It will be delivered starting tomorrow. The process will begin tomorrow. But I wanted to make sure to get this on camera so that you
That's
saw
awesome.
we are getting you taken care of. Thank you again for your leap of faith and taking care of your fellow collectors. Brian Sauer.
Yes, sir. I just got in the Desert Scorpion which is all the way over there, but I can't get it. But literally just got them in this afternoon, so I can't wait to see that Scorpion in out of the package and the articulation on that thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to him. I don't have him yet, but I am I haven't gotten this excited over too many classifieds lately, but him I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. Well, and it seems like I'm getting like 2 more of everything tomorrow, along with everything else the day after, and some more. It just keeps coming.
Yeah, we're having a run where it's getting dumped on us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a lot of emails.
Yeah.
I got Sarge and Mercer during the week too. It's like that, like you. It's all the way over there.
Yeah.
But Joe Slepski, how about you, man?
Well, I did just get that snake armor in the mail yesterday, which looks amazing. But then I was at the Comic-Con. I found a really nice carded Chun-Li Street Fighter.
Nice.
For a nice price. And so snapped her up. And then I got Thunder. I've never had a Thunder.
Really?
Yeah, never had Thunder, and I've always loved his look with the antennas and the monocle telescope thing he's got. Like, Thunder was always a cool character that just always got forgotten. So I got my Thunder. So that was exciting.
Nice.
Thunder was when I got back into collecting when I was in college. Thunder was the first Joe I bought. And
awesome.
Because he was one of the few guys that slipped past both me and Racktime Rob. Like, we never had the Slugger, so Thunder was just not a part of our collection. So he was the Slugger and with Thunder was the first thing I bought off of eBay for that rekindled the G.I. Joe collecting that is carried through to here in 2025.
Oh, it's very cool.
A quarter century later.
That's very cool.
I paid $11.
Oh, wow. I pay a little more, but not terrible.
It makes
not terrible.
I expect that you would pay more. It makes me a little heart sick to be like, wow, nothing's $11 anymore.
No, it really isn't.
Like a gallon.
I paid less. I paid less for the carded Chun-Li.
That I believe.
Yeah.
I totally believe that. But shout outs. Brian Sauer, you got a big show coming up, man. Who we shouting out?
Oh, I do. Oh, God. I gotta shout out the whole AR assembly required Coding Iowa crew. Travis, Chad, David, Kobe, Mark, Alex. I think that's it. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but Steve. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who helps me make this thing happen. It's a lot of work, and it definitely pays off at the end.
Joe Jabalong in Toy City says that you should make your niece's work extra by post-dating the check.
I don't think they would even understand what that means. They'd be like, why isn't this going through on the app?
Why do I have to sign this? What is that? What?
Yeah.
Checks don't make any sense anymore. And I'll be honest with you, somebody who spent 5 years working in a bank, the fact that checks have fallen by the wayside and are totally obsolete makes me happy. Lord, did I hate checks. Oh, God. Oh. Anyhow. Who else we shouting out, Brian?
Moxie, my dog.
There you go.
For bringing us extra entertainment tonight. My wife, Christy. She makes sure she gets some recognition for putting up with all my stuff and the millions of boxes that keep showing up every day. Oh, just everybody who shows up to the show, everybody who supports us. I mean, that's such a big thing, is just that community support. And, we'd like to put it out there, but it wouldn't be near as much fun without, the reciprocation coming back at us.
Amen. Thank you for doing it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Joe Slepski.
Yes.
Who we shout out?
Big shout out to Toilet Teal herself, who's always putting up with me walking in the door with new random bits of, what's that? A Street Fighter toy. What?
Brian made you feel bad by thanking his wife a second ago, didn't he?
No. I just, she'll never hear this because then I flip it and make her feel bad and go, a podcast you never listen to. And then she goes, but you do so many. And I go, yeah. Sure.
Well,
that's the excuse.
Right, okay. She's
right. It's too much. It's way oversaturation. But no, big shout out to my wife. She's killing it. She's out working tonight. She's teaching comedy at LACC, Los Angeles Community College. If you're in the area and you want to learn tremendous sketch comedy from a 17-year now Second City veteran, that's your place. Big shout out to friend of the show's Jamie Sullivan. I saw him at the show over the weekend. He looked great. His color was really good, post-surgical and all that. His spirits were high, and it was really great to see him. Shout out to that dope Snake Eyes Wolverine cover that he did. That's for pre-order now. That thing looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's modeled after the Frank Miller stuff. And then big shout out to my guys Paul and Jeremiah. They were our co-bros, and they were with me at the show this weekend. We just lots of G.I. Joe talk. And even though it's just a Comic-Con, but it's good to refresh and commiserate. And then all three of us forgot to notice that Short Fuse and who was it? Short Fuse and Steeler, the 2-pack. Yeah, we all missed that it went on sale. All of us. And there's three of us. We're usually really good about being like, hey, pre-order today on blah, 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 blah. All three of us missed that pre-order. So,
Yeah.
It's the imperfections that make life perfect. So shout out to my co-bros.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, I do a show about this sort of thing, and I almost missed it myself.
Yeah.
But, and then wound up being like, I can't possibly be awake for when this happens. So I had to have Racktime Rob order it for me. It's been a week. It's been a week. I'm going to give a shout out to our wonderful studio audience. Thank you so much for joining us week after week after week. Lord knows you've sat through the marathon tonight. Just imagine if Rob had been on the show, how much longer we'd go. Probably not much because Rob is nothing else. Rob is good about getting out of the way when Joe Slepski's around because he knows he doesn't want to be up until like midnight, 12:30. But if you are catching us on replay, we love you too. Thank you so much for joining us. Regardless of when you're catching us here on the YouTubes, be sure you do all that cool YouTube stuff. Go down below into the description box there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the little
share it.
Exactly. Share it around.
You're on social all day. You're screwing around. You're not working. You're liking posts of orangutans, and you're liking posts of chimps and capuchin monkeys all day, and you're looking at Zit Pop videos. I mean, if you're anything like me, you might as well take the time to share this link with your friends.
It's all free. If you feel like spending money, we do have those options down below for you as well. We've got the swag shop at TeePublic. The link is in the box. We've also got our coffee account set up for if you want to make any kind of monthly donation. $1 or greater gets you in our closing credits. And usually those happen within 4 hours of the start of the show. So, you don't have to wait that long, right? Right? Anyway, if you're catching us on audio, I apologize for this thing being as late as it is. But I'm a little behind on the audio postings. We're hoping to get them caught up a little bit over the next few weeks. We'll get a few of them up at a time. I don't want to flood all 8 or 9 of them at once because that's madness, but maybe 2 or 3 at a time. Give people a chance to catch up and catch on. I want to give a special shout to our guests tonight, Joe Slepski, Brian Sauer. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
And again, we've got a few weeks before that happens yet, but we all count down the days until 3 days in Des Moines with Joe Slepski. I'm
going to think of something fun to do, by the way. The way I roll is usually I have a fun idea about the last week I really start putting in. I don't know what it's going to be. Giveaway or or special recording a special ep of the show. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'll put my thinking cap on.
All right, we'll help you on the PR for that one because we are, of course, part of the super booth. No reaction to super booth. Okay, I'm gonna get that over. I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna make that work.
Is it like Super Trooper? Are we gonna cover it in tinfoil?
Why not? Why not? We'll sit there in our metallic helmets, sun, inviting Cobra to blow our heads off. It'll be perfect.
No, that it reflects the heat and just sears laser beams into their eyes.
That's true. They were lasers at that point, so I'm sure just into various. Anyways, to both of your wonderful dogs, always willing to be guest stars on the show. Used and to our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys. We'll sing the theme song together. Kokomo Toys.
Kokomo Toys. Kokomo Toys.
Little sharp there, Brian.
I'm sorry.
Got a little pitch. You got to bring that down. But anyways, that's what we got. Good God, it's been 2 hours and 45 minutes. I would hope we wouldn't have that much more. We will be back somehow beyond all logic next week at about 9:05 Eastern time for another episode of What's on Joe Mind. As our friend Vagon likes to say, hey, stay safe. And if you can't, be careful. We'll be back with you next Wednesday for another episode of What's on Joe Mind. Have a great rest of the week. And yo, Joe.